And we're live. I want to give a huge shout out to Mena, you are the asshole, and Monkey Taco 2468, you are the asshole. Please let us know if I need to turn Lyric up, turn myself down, etc. Still dealing with new audio equipment, and it'll be touchy. It'll be touchy because I also keep forgetting to press that there's a save button when we do something like this. A save button. I sent out most of the go live notifications. Part of today's technological advancements is clearly you can see the man, the myth, the flat top, Lyric, the producer.
I don't actually have a flat top.
I miss it. I miss it so much. I love it. I love the fucking thing, dude. It reminds me of Coming. Who's the guy from Coming to America? Not Murphy. The other guy. But when he had that shit.
I don't
yeah, you know who I speak of, but not. Yeah. Lyric is quiet. See, this is why we do this. Thank you.
Do you want me to be fucking louder?
No. I didn't turn him up right there, so he's already throwing off my.
I'm sorry.
All right, so I have him at 160. Can we run through a normal voice line? Yeah, hold on.
I was gonna say. I thought about it for a second, but I was like, maybe not.
Increase him by 15%. How does he sound? Can I?
Mic check 1 2. It's Lyric. What it do? Coming back at you.
Oh,
Am I the asshole? Not 2, but 3.
Still quiet.
Let's get it, fool.
So I have to turn up Lyric a lot. Is now my understanding.
I think that was it.
So
are you turning me up via Discord, or you're turning me up in the?
I'm doing Discord. I'm doing Discord because I had it flatlined perfectly for Discord for multiple parties. Yes.
But if you change the slider now,
as
long as you don't hit save, the next time you boot up your computer, it will default to what you had it prior.
Well, I had it too loud prior. I may have actually saved it last time. Still quiet?
Oh, well, what do you want from fucking me? It's not me, it's him, okay? I've done all the audio checks on my end. I'm fucking golden. It only took me 2.5 hours to set up this fucking microphone, only to find out that I fucking plugged it in backwards.
It didn't save, from the last stream. So I'm going to turn me down, actually. Turn me down, because I'm supposed to be at 90. I'm at 100. I want to say I'm supposed to be at 90. And then I'll turn chat up to 85.
I think it was 90, 95, somewhere around there. I think it was 95 for you.
Was it 90? Yeah, because you yelled at me for doing 85. So 95 me,
like,
85 you.
85.
But you were afraid of me peaking.
Yes.
Yeah, turn you down maybe 1%. I think that was at a time I was at 100. So I turned me down 5%. There you go. Yeah, he's getting better. Okay.
You should be fine. Yeah.
So I should be okay. Now, how does Lyric sound? I turned them up both in Discord and you turned myself down too much. Hold on. That was when I dropped it.
I think that was when you did 90. Yeah.
Yep. Now it's 95. So here, moving forward.
That's the year I was born.
1 2 3-year-old. 1 2 3-year-old. So I should sound okay now. Let's.
Fuck you, fake ass Italian.
So that's him. Now, based upon that, after my 1 2 3, and after his line, do I sound quiet? This is the stuff we have to get out of the way. Lyric can go up some. Okay. So it's at 85. I'll put you at an even 90. All right. Lyric is at 90. Let's hear that.
That's a big number. Yeah, it took me 2.5 hours to set up this mic only to realize the pickup and the diaphragm was facing the wrong fucking way.
I'm going to pin the goat emoji. I like that one. I like that one a lot, actually.
You know what? Can I use these in this stream?
Better? Okay. Now, how do I make it best? Or I can make him 95. It would be equal with me. Oh, you can, yeah. You can use him in any stream, I want to say. That's the next thing we gotta figure out.
Somebody's gotta make those.
So
I'm using the peanut ones because you're lame. I have an idea.
You have an idea?
Let's leave.
So, does he sound all right, Monkey, or do I need to put them both at 95? Done.
I thought we were both already at 95.
No, I had you at 90.
I feel like you should be at 98 because that's the year you were born. You should be at 95. It's the year I was born.
Then I'll start peaking, like in high school.
I mean, if it makes it easier, I can always turn myself up on my end.
No. We're getting it finely tuned. I hate doing this. There
Well,
you go. Done.
I have yet to check my own. Okay, I have yet to check my own audio other than like recording it and like listening to it myself. Nobody's ever like said anything like, "Yeah, you sound fine." I'm like, "All right, well." It's like asking. That's like asking a McDonald's fucking grill to fucking taste Chef Ramsay's food and be like, "So what is it? How's it taste?" No, it's pretty good. Like, all right, so that's like, okay, sure, you get it, you understand.
Chef Mike of the culinary world is someone I still follow from when he was running McDonald's. I think now he's running Wendy's, and he was featured on some of Achievement Hunter's videos. I want to say he was.
Oh yes, didn't he make a brisket one time?
Yeah.
On the podcast
He
where they
did.
literally sit at a bar.
Yes, yeah. The off topic. That's
Yeah, that
the
one.
podcast. Yeah.
Couldn't remember the name of it.
What was upsetting to me was after that was he got a lot of flack. He got a lot of hate for like people really talked down on him for like, what do you mean you're a chef? You work at McDonald's. And it was like, someone still needs to be the culinary mastermind upon like, if you go to McDonald's in a different country, right? Like they have not a whole different menu, but there's definitely different menus out there. Todd, tune yourself to 97. No, because that's the year you were born. No, because I'm at 95. Yeah. But yeah, so I just thought it was really sad because he was nothing but positivity and like nothing but like good. I keep looking at your webcam. Funny enough, now this is giving me a new visual. My webcam's in the middle, my chat's to the left, you're to my right. I keep looking down at you now, like expecting to make eye contact.
Which way do I need to look at you?
Yeah. I have you propped perfectly fine. So yeah, just that was just really sad. So I still follow him. He's still an entertaining character. You have a spot of news that you said you wanted to share with the class.
Yes. So I haven't dove deep into the specifics. This is all tip of the iceberg. I'd say like even more tipper than the tip of the iceberg. FaZe has absolved. Now, when I say FaZe is absolved, FaZe is no more. Thanks to what the fuck? Why? FaZe has broken apart. In one of Alex's, also known as FaZe Adapt stream last night, he took his FaZe chain off and hung it up on a replica of the crane from High Rise, where he had his first ever, his infamous trick shot or whatever. Thus, kind of like solidifying the end of FaZe. And it's really just the content. So the esports side of FaZe is owned by a completely different company. So they're still active. They're still doing okay, but that has nothing to do with like FaZe, the content house, and all that other stuff. So far, what I can gather is that FaZe Banks is a fucking so he fucked everything up. So, yeah, that's about all I got. You guys can do your own homework, do your own research, but yeah, FaZe is no more. Unfortunately, the only person I gave a shit in FaZe was Adapt and Jev. Jev
too
probably
good.
Being
too
good one. Adapt I've known personally for a while. We're not as close as we used to be, but Jev has always been one of my favorite content creators. So thoughts go out to them, but I mean, they're good at what they do, so I'm sure they'll figure the fuck out.
That's really sad, honestly. Very, very sad. Because that's like the end of
15, 20 years now.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Damn.
What's up, Livin? How you doing? When I arrive late, I self-identify as translate. That's funny.
Yeah. I just got that joke because I read it earlier in my head and I was like,
yeah,
what the fuck
I didn't. I said it too quick in my inner monologue. I was like, translate. What? But yeah, no, that's just sad. That's an end of a Titan right there. FaZe was every loser who I killed in Black Ops 2 using an LMG and the target finder site had FaZe _ something, whether it be like FaZe, Josh or whatever it was. Like for so long, FaZe was like the go-to. Like, have you seen these guys snipe in COD? Have you seen these guys trick shot? Because they were pioneers of a multitude of content, both in the professional environment and in the recreational environment. And I don't know, to see them go is just sad. It's just sad. It was very similar to how I felt when Nadeshot left Optic, Scump left Optic, but that was so long ago that, you know.
Fuck Nadeshot.
Not a fan?
I'm a fan of him as a businessman.
Sure.
I'm not a fan of him as a personality on, like, in the public eye. I'm sure he's a better person,
yeah,
like privately,
sure.
but he's got an ego where his skill set doesn't fucking match it.
Well,
I think he's still riding the early days. Yeah, it's calmed down like a lot, but like when he first left Optic, he was riding that. Well, I'm fucking Nadeshot. I'm like, well, you're Nadeshot because of fucking Optic. Your name carries a little bit of weight, but like nobody's running around going Nadeshot, Nadeshot, Nadeshot.
Yeah,
like, as much as they are Optic, and then, but yeah, his ego has kind of tamed down a little bit. But like, I'm still not a fan because like it's there, like you know it's like that meme where it's like the dude where he's like, and he's like trying not to like say this or whatever. Like it's that. It's like I can tell he like wants to, but I am starting to enjoy him a little bit more. But as of right now, I still primarily fucking hate that guy.
Understandable. I mean, like, you know, at what point do you forego that persona, that hype, right? Like Scump still very much so has the ability to rock and roll it. Because I mean, he's in COD terms ancient and still playing because they have such a young retiring out age.
I think that's like most esports.
Yeah. CS holds really strong, which is interesting to me.
Yeah. They go for a while.
Who knows? You know wild. Who else has an ego, and I'm so happy he got put in his place. Jake Paul. He got put in his place twice in one sitting. His jaw is definitely out of place in two different sections.
And then the internet also put him in his place after that. It's like, see, that's what happens when you fight a fucking real boxer.
Yeah.
And he's trying to counter it with like,
well,
he's in a different weight class. I'm like, you wanted it.
Did you see?
You asked for it.
Yeah. Not only is that fucking wild, but did you see that Mike Tyson came out and said, I was at a bad point financially, and that's why I took the fight and I followed the script. Because I mean, what happens a lot, you know, pro sports, actors, whatever have you, that make it big, financially, it's unsustainable, right? You know, that you can, it's peaks and valleys, right? And so at your peak, you can be spending a bunch of money. You can be buying all the houses, the private jets, et cetera, et cetera. As soon as you're out of it, right? You still have to make those payments if you financed it. You still gotta sustain your life. That big house, even if you bought it in cash, taxes don't go down just because your income came down. Not saying that was exactly Mike Tyson's point. Maybe he helped out family or whatever. But yeah, boxing is a sport.
Mike Tyson was low-key a very generous person. So
Absolutely.
I can see a lot of his money going to family, friends, like charities and shit like that. So I feel like that's kind of his own downfall. But at the same time, it's a respectable downfall.
Exactly. That's one of those, like, that's a dying on your sword with some honor, metaphorically.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's why, like, I've lost respect for boxing a long time ago. I used to fight kickboxing, specifically Muay Thai. I know a lot of.
When are we doing that NSO stream where you and I fight each other?
I'm not fighting. I don't fight anymore. Reagan brought
anymore.
that up in the middle of Fortnite. Do you remember that? We were doing the Squid Games Fortnite map. But yeah, like Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I used to fight. There's just a lot of MMA. Just a lot of MMA. I know a couple of guys that are amateur trying to make their pro debut in UFC in my area. But no, I'm not fighting you, monkey. And yeah, the boxing used to be like, holy shit, you know, like Muhammad Ali's on, or holy shit, you know, Mike Tyson's on. Get out here, go, come on. And people would be so disappointed because they paid 50, 80, $100 for a pay-per-view. By the way, remember pay-per-views? Yeah, I know they still exist. Yes. I'm just throwing it out there. And then they'd be upset because Mike Tyson would KO the fucker in 14 seconds flat. I stopped paying when like Ronda Rousey like lost that fight, and I want to say it was 12 seconds.
Dude, that fight was I was like,
yeah,
that's either staged or like she's just having a bad fucking day. There's
no
way Ronda Rousey
like a bad day.
That.
It looked like a bad day. I'm not even fucking with you. All right. I'll catch up on chat just for a moment, and we'll roll right in. No, not fighting monkey. You don't want that. You don't want that cash smoke. Shoo. He would turn it sexual too quick. Living. I know, monkey.
I'm just saying, when NSO was at his height, everyone and their fucking mom, not only the staff, but the players and the community, wanted to see me and Todd beat the fuck out of each other on a live stream.
Well, here's the issue: is that they didn't start with that idea. Lyric would just be like, "Want to see us fight?" And then like the masses were like, "Oh fuck yeah!" And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Why are we? Don't encourage."
Well, because he had brought up that he did MMA, and I'm like, I mean, I don't do MMA, but I kill people for a living, so
Yeah,
like,
no.
let's see what happens. And everyone was like, "Yeah, let's see it." And he's like, "I'm not doing that. I don't fight anymore." It's like, yeah, I don't fucking kill people anymore, but if I have to, I'll put a dog down.
Let's just say he wouldn't fight a dude with glasses and his pants on the ground. That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If it wasn't live stream, I'd fucking drop my pants right there and say, "Come on, boy."
Come on. All right. Let's see. So I'll get started. I didn't do a great job vetting these. So rock and roll with me.
Busy weekend.
I have important news. Okay. Throw it to me. I'm going to get started living, but don't think I'm ignoring you. Okay. Rock and roll. So I'm the asshole posted 5 days ago. Ooh, I did scroll down for this. I'm an asshole for not telling my mother-in-law what my sister-in-law said. Posted by MK15. I, 30F, have a sister-in-law, Riley, 14F. All right. Sorry, I'm already off the wall. Okay, there's all these in-laws already thrown in here. So I, 30F, have a sister-in-law, 14F. Don't know how that happened. Oh, that's probably a younger sibling of their sibling spouse.
Well, a sister-in-law would be the person you married. Their sibling is your sibling-in-law.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So I, 30F, have a sister-in-law, Riley, at 14F. I've been in her life since the day she was born, and we're very close. Riley is going through a bit of a difficult stage right now. Lots of fighting with her parents and not always making the best choices. So I took Riley out for some girl time. We had some sweets, and I got her to tell me about what she's feeling. This is nothing new. She often opens up to me about things she doesn't tell others. I didn't tell her what to do. I just gave her somebody to talk to about everything she's feeling. Sorry, this person does not type cohesively. There was nothing concerning or alarming in what Riley told me, so I did not repeat her words to my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is mad about this. She says that she has a right to know what's going on in her daughter's life and that I need to tell her. I explained that she didn't say anything alarming or concerning. It was just teenage girl stuff, and I'm not going to break Riley's trust by repeating it. Mother-in-law says I'm the adult and I shouldn't be playing this secret game with her daughter. Am I the asshole for not telling my mother-in-law what my sister-in-law said?
Nope.
No.
Cut and dry.
Cut and dry. This one's we'll still break into a little bit of variables, but this one's an easier one to go through. I like the breaking her trust. Family confidentiality is
14-year-old female there, Minna.
Yep, 14F. Sorry. I'll start saying.
I said say female. Yeah, I told you. I told you last stream.
Sorry. So, breaking that family confidentiality, not having a trusted confidant before you can really wrap your mind around things it's awful. Not having that person you can go to and then trust that they will retain the words that you told them is like, if you're missing that, personally, I recommend it. Whether it be, your dad or, again, just someone you can trust to not then go run their mouth, but also provide you maybe a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of wisdom. I know that in this case, this is just a teenager going through problems, but I not only take it upon myself to emotionally hear you out, emotionally understand what you're going through, sympathize with you, but then also try to help you, right? Too many people are people's shoulders to cry on without throwing in some kind of 2 cents, right? Some kind of, there are some times where like these people will be the asshole and they're being enabled by people who would act very similar. In this case, of course, she's not the asshole, but that would be my only, I don't want to say gripe or variable to address, is that, it's one of those like, I'm sure, Lyric, similar situations, like in a relationship when your wife comes home or my girlfriend comes home, sometimes they're not looking for solutions. They're just looking for someone to talk to. And
Well, that would
because the
require my wife
situation's
to come home. She's just always home.
Yeah. But or to come to you about a situation, fucker. But yeah, what do you think on that one?
No, I mean, you kind of said everything I would have said. It's just, it's normal for a 14-year-old, like at that age. Like, I mean, think about it. Like, everyone in this chat, you and me, we're old now. I mean, I am, but we were 14, 15 years old. There's shit that we did that we wouldn't tell our own parents, or like we wouldn't want to, or there's shit that like comes up in life that we wouldn't want to bring to our own parents, but like your buddy's parents, you're more than happy to bring it up to them, or like, an older relative, uncle, cousin, maybe a big brother, somebody. Like it's normal, and it's like it's between you and them. And I agree with the person making this post. It wasn't anything alarming. It wasn't anything life-threatening or life-altering, like in a huge magnitude. So I feel like there's no reason to bring it up to the mother. But like if Riley was like, yeah, I'm going out doing fucking Fent and we're gonna go rob a bank, like, yeah, now I'm gonna go tell the mother-in-law. But like it's just like, oh, this boy's cute, he said hi to me, what do I do? Like, fuck off, mom, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, there has to be some kind of internal threshold, right? Where, okay, this now has to be escalated. This now has to hear, be told to different ears. This, of course, is not one of them, or at least we have faith in MK15 for this is not one of those situations. I will say I don't like how Snoopy mother-in-law is being, because at some point, as a parent, you have to acknowledge your kid isn't going to tell you everything, but you should trust that they should tell you the important things or things that they want to tell you.
I feel like it's why children hide things. Because like when your parents are like too overbearing, too over strict, or too strict, or they're less like really trying to like be up in your business 24/7, or they're constantly prying or like trying to figure shit out. That's when kids are like, I can tell you fucking shit.
Yeah, I don't trust you. I don't want to talk to you.
Like, what are your motives? But if you're just like normal and open, it's just like, hey, chilling, kind of let your kid do what you want. They're going to be more open to talk to you about pretty much anything. Like, because it's how it was with my dad. Like, I was like, all right, you're a kid, live your life. Like, if I had issues, like I'd go talk to him. My mom was just always trying to be up in my business. Like every little fucking thing is like, I'm not telling you shit. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just conclude. Not the asshole. This was a good softball to start on. Get us going. Here, I'll just chat real quick. Livin, you better. Livin, what day do you turn 29? I have no friends. Hey, Kaylee, how you doing? You have friends. You have so much. You have all of us here if you need. Is that the news you're gonna tell me? Oh no, hold on. I think I sadly need 1 point knocked off my man card because I have Sabrina Carpenter music stuck in my head. Don't worry. If that was the case, Lyric wouldn't be a man anymore listening to how much K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack he does. So you can retain. You
have a fucking choice. I got a 4-year-old, you fucking dick.
You needn't worry, Livin, but that's funny. Okay, 14.
Release me! Release me from this hell!
I hope that isn't too loud.
Oh yeah, I hope that isn't too loud either. My fault if it was.
All good. I think I have it turned. Let me check.
That's gonna act as my mic, by the way. That's not.
I don't think it's. Yeah. Okay.
It's nothing you can change. So like.
Yeah. Okay,
my sample. What you can't change your sample volume. It's not a separate.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I was like, that's exactly what I was checking. What's up, Vampy? How you doing? It's good to see you. Good to have you. I'll be 28 in February. I'm getting close to you. There we go. Yeah, thankfully we're all within, the same age range. I don't want to say thankfully, it's just cool. It's a neat little thing.
Turning off the auto frame.
Here I'm talking about in El Paso. I got no friends. Yeah, okay. That, and you're probably too cool for some of the to hang out with some of the other military spouses. I hear some horror stories about trying to make friends and like their
military spouses
can be like fucking
suck. I'd rather hang out with coked out fucking high schoolers or fucking college kids, honestly. Fuck other mil spouses. All they do is create drama because they have nothing better to do.
God, they suck.
Yeah, like they have nothing better to do than create their own fucking drama so they have their own shit to talk about because their husbands are deployed or in the fucking field. Like, just be a fucking adult. Just fucking be an adult.
Don't,
I'm
don't,
a dumbass. I was wondering who your guest was. It literally says Lyric. Whoa. Okay. Hold on, Livin. Time out. I'm not a guest. I'm a permanent on the show. All right. Me and
Yeah.
Todd are co-hosts. It's just we're trying something new with the whole webcam thing. Eventually, we'll figure it out. So
Yeah, so if
It works
you
out
there's a
better.
couple indicators that way however you digest information, like so in the top left we've always had the Discord style that Lyric was nice enough to show me, the Discord style pop-up chats of whoever's talking and when they're speaking. Wanted to steal, so when Lyric streamed real heavy, he made sure he had that bar, so I actually stole that. And then of course I put it in the title as well. Want to make sure that it's as clear as possible that, you know, that's my boy, that's my manager right there.
I used to stream like every day for fucking hours. Now I'm just like, couldn't be fucking bothered.
I had one, she tried to destroy my life and used me. I'm good on, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know, there's too many people just trying to ruin other people's lives for no reason. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
But
it's most obvious for
I've seen it. It's people have attempted to do it to me, and it's like, holy shit, you know, hobbies go far. Do you have a YMCA near you? You should join.
No, but we have a free gym.
There we go.
There's like 4 free gyms on the installation, and they're all like like no matter where you're at on the installation, it'll take you no more than 5 minutes to get to any of them.
She stalks me to this day. I feel that.
Yeah, that's why we have guns.
So Todd is definitely.
I'm not.
Yes. We're the same size webcam now.
I mean, but you're still the asshole.
Yeah,
because
there we go.
Tyler loves me. So
Here, I'm gonna roll into the next one. This one's a little bit longer. I think I did an okay one on this one. Again, I skimmed these, so I must have not really refreshed too hard. So posted 5 days ago by traditional_egg_7574. Am I the asshole for wanting to bring in a neighbor's package? Hey, so the situation is as follows. I, 20 male, live in an apartment complex where the buildings are pretty well divided up. There are 4 doors to a floor, each subsection with its entrance from outside. My girlfriend, 19 female, and I moved in a few months back and haven't interacted with any neighbors. I was going upstairs when I ran into a girl that lives across from me. She said she had a package on back order and asked if I could take it in for her while she goes home for the holidays. Our complex is in a very safe neighborhood and a very safe city, but anyone who could still walk in and take it since the main doors to each subsection don't have locks. Without really thinking twice, I told her I'd bring her package in. Sorry, how people type is really throwing me off here.
I notice people have a tendency to type exactly how they think.
How they talk or think. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So verbally, I can understand this, speaking it out loud. Since it seemed the neighborly thing to do. Once the package arrived, I told my girlfriend I would bring it in, and she told me I would not be allowed to bring it in. Her reasoning was that we don't know what's in the package. We don't know the neighbor, and we don't know when they will be back and need the package from us. She says that in apartment complexes, bringing in packages isn't standard behavior. She even said she would just take it back out if I brought it in. Do you want to pause here? I feel like that's a little bit of a pause. I can see why this person came here, and it's immediately division between the household.
I mean, so I don't know about you, but I've lived in apartment complexes before. You have 2 options. If you order a package that's going to show up when you know you're going to be gone, like whether it's vacation, this, that, and the other, you can order it to the administration office, and you inform them like, "Hey, I'm expecting a package around this time. I'm going to be on vacation." Blah 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 blah. And the admin office will hold it. The leasing office, whatever fucking people call it, wherever you're at.
Yeah.
And they'll hold it for you until you get back. Then you just go in and pick it up. Or if you have a trusted neighbor, like we had a neighbor one time. She was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they sold drugs, but that's neither here nor there. That's a whole fucking can of worms of how I figured that one out. But she ended up getting one of our packages and came over and was like, "Hey, I think this is yours. It was dropped off at my doorstep. Blah blah blah." I wasn't paying attention to Amazon, so I didn't even know that it was delivered. Otherwise, I would have snatched it off their fucking porch.
Yeah.
Because this is when we lived in the point, the fucking townhomes. You remember? You were there for the
yeah.
gender reveal. Yeah. So it was that kind of setup. So like you really have the two options. If you have a trusted neighbor, go ahead, like ask them. If not, just put the address down as the leasing office. or
I've
admin
seen
office
places,
and
there's
inform
one
them.
close to me that actually doesn't have a leasing office within the compound, or within, its
That's
confines.
wild.
Yeah, it's really common for.
Well, no, I shouldn't say that that's weird because the apartment complex moved in after that. The leasing office was like a whole 2 cities away.
That's exactly it, right? Like they're still around. They're just not there, and then it's a whole thing.
Mhm.
I think we just have two lines of thinking. We've got someone who is willing to be courteous within boundaries, and then we have someone who's just like, yeah, Murphy's lawing it. I think this is just two different ways you approach situations, and I just took in my neighbor's package. Funny enough, I just had to do this. This neighbor actually
The
at
one you
one,
picked this one.
the one that actually threatened me at one point. I think I told you about this. He threatened to beat
No,
my-
you. Oh wait, the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
across the street.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
told me to not park there, otherwise he was gonna get pissed. And I said,
Yeah.
I have a Glock.
Yes, that guy.
Okay, that one.
Yeah, he, like in front of a cop, threatened to beat my ass. Like we have gotten into, we never actually have fought, but we have definitely got into back and forths. Right, we're on better terms now. And he just gave me a call. He's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna be out of town. Do you mind?" He's like, "I get it. I get it if you don't. But would you mind grabbing these packages? They're gifts. I didn't expect them to come in." And I'm like, it kind of is like as an olive branch. I'm like, yeah, of course. He has a Ring camera. So like I, as clear as day, went up, grabbed it, said, "Hey, grabbing these packages." That way, if for whatever reason, we know Murphy's Law, right? If he accuses me of A, stealing them, or B, like, I don't know, holding his Christmas gifts as some kind of like ransom or something. Like I have the text messages, I have a phone call, and now I'm on Ring doorbell saying, "Hey, grabbing these package like you asked. I'll keep them by by my front door or whatever." Again, I didn't think he was actually going to, so I think I'm already leaning some kind of way, and it's that she's being too overly zealous with her vigilance here. If you want to just be that person that. Yes, the neighbor had chickens. That's the one. Actually, sad story about that chickens, but those chickens separate. It's however you want to live your life, right? If you're like, "Hey, I'm uncomfortable doing that," like this is a request. You have the right to say no, but you can be neighborly. It's fine. Not everything's a fucking true crime situation. Sometimes people are
It's
just
not
out
like
of
she
town.
ordered fucking drop-in auto sears and she's
Yeah.
like secretly fucking Hamas or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
"Hey, I have a package of anthrax coming. Do you mind just holding it in your kitchen for a minute? I'm just gonna, I'm gonna be away."
Yeah,
So-
just don't store it next to the flower if you're a baker. It might not end well for you.
Yeah. All right, I'll pick
I
back
think
up.
it's
Oh, sorry, you go. You go.
no. Go ahead. If you want to keep going, keep going. I
Oh.
can tack it on at the end.
Sure. I tried to explain that since I told the girl I would bring in the package, I wanted to follow through. I also don't imagine there's anything heinous inside it, and even if there was, I wouldn't mind holding on to it for a week or two over the holidays. Am I in the wrong for wanting to bring it in even after our argument? I am mostly worried that if I secede and I leave the package in the hall, that someone will steal it. I also don't want the neighbor to think poorly of me if she comes back and the package is sitting outside, even though she trusted me to bring it in. Am I the asshole if I bring in the package anyways? I'm also going to read the edit. Edit. We are still talking about it, which is a little silly considering it's just a package. I feel like she is getting angry at me just because she is saying it will be bad for me if I bring it in. Who knows what that even means? Anyways, I fear if the package isn't in the hall, she will know I brought it in. Sorry, I know this isn't the type of situation. Sorry, why do I keep saying situation? Type of question you folks answer, but I am truly in a dilemma here. I'm going to address that edit actually. I feel this is a molehill that's become a mountain. Like.
It's an anthill that's become a fucking mountain.
Yeah, agree. Like this is dumb. This is dumb. Just tell her to. I don't know. I'm gonna keep saying true crime because I'm so fucking over how many girlfriends are watching true crime. I respect it, but also like
They're entertaining. All
they're
right.
entertaining. They're very entertaining. You can't live your life just like that.
I mean, they're entertaining, but I don't go outside every day and look at every fucking middle-aged dude with glasses and a mustache and go, he might kill me and eat me. That's the next Jeffrey.
That's
get the
a
fuck outta here.
Zodiac killer. I found him.
Like it's less. It's not as common as you think.
No, and also like their packages do get screened. Like there's been enough bombings to now. I'm sure it's not a perfect science, especially given my faith in government entities, but it's not like it's real easy to fucking send a toaster bomb from point A to point B without raising any kind of suspicion. I mean, I imagine these situations still occur, but it's like.
Depends on how good you are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. No shit.
The only place your security is flawless is, at least when it comes to bringing shit that you shouldn't bring, is an airport. Outside of that,
airport's okay.
If I want to send you a fucking toaster bomb to your house in a package through UPS, hey brother, if I'm good at what I do, that toaster bomb is gonna be at your front door in fucking 5 to 7 business days.
But yeah, this just feels silly. This feels dumb. This feels like one of those things where it's like. I don't know. I wonder if there's this like underguided thing of jealousy, because it's a woman neighbor, or if it's just this. That is
often the case when it comes to younger females, because they're still trying to find their image.
Sure.
And it's not so much jealousy; it's more so like they have someone that's there to validate them, but they're not validating. They're using you're bringing a package for a different woman as a way to say you don't care about me, or you think that one's better than me. Like, no, they're my fucking neighbor. They're asking me to do something nice for them. I'm going to do something nice for them. Now we're neighborly. So let's say they get a fucking dog, cat, whatever. They go out of town. Hey, remember when I fucking took your 3,700 packages in because you were gone for like a week? Yeah, we're going to be gone for 3 days. Can you watch this fucking dog? Sure.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
This is building relationships, and like, it's been said and done over and over and over of like, be neighborly, know people of your community. There was one of the biggest viral posts was like how someone, I want to say it was a young woman, befriended the local homeless, and they watched over her car. Like there was break-ins, but they defended her car. Like there was a break-in like over the whole block. And again, this is kind of a wild comparison, but like every car on this block was broken into. And the people that she befriended, hey, said, no, not this car, leave this car alone. Just something like that. Like, so we're dealing with a 20-year-old and a 19-year-old, and I can totally get how common courtesy is a dead fucking art. Community, courtesy, all of it is just so gone. So I can
social
see
media and just the younger generation kind of skewed common courtesy. Like, if you're so much as nice to anyone, more so nice, like just even remotely, like, I don't know, like pleasant. You just remotely are like, pleasant with somebody else of the opposite gender. It's like, it's automatically assumed there's some attachment.
It's game on.
It's like, just like it's a person. Like they're just another person just being friendly. That's it.
So
I see this person every fucking day. Like, it might as well be nice,
Yeah. So I'll pull away from the emotional side. We'll say the safety side. If safety truly and dearly was a concern, the OP has already said this is a nice neighborhood. This is a nice complex. This is a good city. So I think that throws things out the window. Now, there are things where it's like, like, I don't know, if I had a specifically shady ass neighbor was like, hey, I'm going to get a package, keep an eye out for it. Like, maybe then, like, if you have reasons to be suspicious, trust your gut. But nothing throws red flags here. Hey, I'll be out of town. Do you mind grabbing it? That's all this is. So I'm going to leave on the verdict of not the asshole. Girlfriend is doing too much and making you feel like an asshole. Even though now say we flip the dynamic. She is in her right to say, no, I don't want to do that. She's in her right to choose to be an asshole, right? Like, that's a way of life. To say, no, I want to be a recluse. I don't want to take in my neighbor's package. I don't even want to know my neighbors, right? That's a different way of living life. Whether you describe that as an asshole or just someone who just wants to keep to themselves, usually dubbed a hermit.
Development here.
Yeah.
I went back and read the first paragraph.
Okay.
He said, my girlfriend and I moved in a few months back and haven't interacted with any neighbors.
Okay.
But then he says he ran into a girl that lives across the hall from me. So is it his apartment complex and she moved in a few months back? So he's been living there for a while because he is 20.
Okay.
How long has this relationship been going on? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to dig. I'm just saying the way that it's worded leads me to believe that at the end of the day, that's his apartment. He's on the lease.
Yep.
She now 19 out of high school, whatever the fuck it is now moving in with him. Because he's obviously been out of school for a while. He's obviously had his own place. Could they have moved in together at the same time on the lease? Yes, but it's just the way it worded leads me to believe that it's his place.
Hold on. Fuck. Anytime I click, it'll drop your webcam. Hold on. Outside a few months back. Where do you see the years? Where do you see the difference in time? Because I see...
It's it's the very first paragraph. Hey, so the situation as follows. I, 20 male, live in an apartment complex where the buildings are pretty divided up. Okay. There are 4 doors and a floor, blah, 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 blah. My girlfriend, 19 female, and I moved in a few months back and haven't interacted with any neighbors. I was going upstairs when I ran into a girl that lives across the street from me.
Yeah, he is continuing to use self pronouns. This is my apartment. This is, we're going to stray away from that because I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to pry. It was just it leads me to believe that at the end of the day, it's his apartment. He can do what the fuck he wants without her. Sure. That is true. Whoever, for example, this isn't a joint venture and this is an independent one where the partners was more an accessory after the fact. That's a different situation. Okay, yeah, I see your point there. I will say though, I've lived in a couple living situations where a co-leasee was like, "Oh yeah, my house," and I'm like, "My house." I'm like, "Motherfucker, my name is number 1 on that lease." We get, you know what I mean? I've had people that still indulge in that self pronoun, that individualistic vernacular, where I'm like, nope. Yeah, I'll just conclude on not the asshole.
Yeah, not the asshole. Also, Kaylee brings up that our house is a post office for the soldiers in my unit that live in the barracks because PO boxes are expensive. If they order them to the barracks, they sit in a mailroom for about 2 to 3 weeks before they even can get to them. So if they order them to my house, they get them as soon as they arrive.
Hey, so that's what it is.
It's and some of them I don't even but I don't even like him enough to want to hang out with him outside of work. It's just I'm a decent human being. So as long as you're not ordering one of them really wants to order the bag of dicks to my house, but whatever. I don't fucking understand.
Just a bag of dicks on go.
Yeah, you can do that. You can order a bag of dicks.
Just a bag of dicks?
Yeah, you can order gummy bags of dicks to people's houses, and then it's eat a bag of dicks. Literally.
I would like y'all's opinions. So Livin, K, Monkey, Vampy, Mena. What do y'all think? Because we conclude on not the asshole, but if anyone wants to,
chat submissions. This is nice. I like this.
Actually,
or not chats, responses.
I don't know why this says here. I'm actually going to click on this real quick. So are these people? I'm very, very curious. Your webcam's missing, but it's just going to be like that for a minute.
That's fine. Weird how lyrics. Lyrics and overlay in OBS. I was like, why is that one still there? But I understand now.
So I see asshole, not the asshole. I wonder if these are how do I have to do? Yeah, sort to new. I see that some people. I maybe I've just never noticed this before. But do you see what I'm seeing, where it says, yeah, I'm actually really curious, is that a newer feature? Should I be finding, we haven't seen a post in 5 days.
I haven't seen a post up until now.
Oh yeah, sorry, here. Here, I'm going to look just, refresh it. Community
Is this
highlights.
The normal Reddit thread that you go to?
I assume so.
What if it?
I'm just gonna just type in "Am I the asshole?" and see what I can.
What if it is just IATA though? Yeah, I think the one that you're normally going to is IATA. Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm a fool. So I actually.
So there's 2 separate threads, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, because this was posted 4 hours ago, so it seems like people are using this.
So maybe I'll pull from these because those already have verdicts on them, or do we want to see if we concur with those verdicts?
I mean, whether they have verdicts on them or not, I feel like we can put in our own opinion.
Sure.
Like, we're allowed to think our own things.
All right, we'll go back to
I
that
think
one.
for the webcam thing, if you add another, not another scene, if you add another source, you should be able to add, like, I just thought of this just now. Is more so Googling it. But like if you add another source in OBS to pick up the webcam will always stay on top regardless.
I don't have anything to grab you with. What I could do is
you could grab
like
window,
screen,
like,
and then like what crop screen,
it. Yeah, and then you just crop it.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Or you grab because it's popped out. It's popped out. You grab screen. You select the popped out screen, and then it'll size it, and then it'll either size it full screen, and then you just size it down to what it needs to be.
We'll experiment with it just because when
you don't have to do it now.
Yeah, you're not the window itself is not on a priority scale. So anytime I click another tab, it's still going to prioritize that one over the webcam regardless. But we'll play with it.
I think you can pin it so it stays on the top. Actually,
there's a stay on top. I don't know how that fucking works, man. And I'm trying.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. No. I'm just noticing things, and I'm like thinking out loud for like next time.
Man, I don't have access to his cam. That's the issue. This is a.
He can't.
Yeah, it'd be on if it was not a different rig.
He'd have to add a new window and then select the window that I'm in, but he can't add the camera itself. It's not like I'm 2 feet from him. I mean, it may look like it, but I'm not.
All right. Let's see. Monkey said toaster bath. Solid. That's probably to the toaster bomb portion. I get it, Kaylee. No worries. Y'all covered it. Appreciate you, man. Let us know if you think we didn't cover anything. All my packages went to the leasing office when I was in an apartment, but I mean, if someone asked me to grab it, I probably would. That's what I mean. Like, this is anthill, molehill, into mountain. So I'm going to read Am I the Asshole? Read 5 days ago. Written by The Old House 17. Am I the asshole for telling my mom to evict her boarder? Don't even know what a fucking boarder is, so
So think of like a boarding house.
Okay.
You know what a boarding house is?
Yeah.
So a boarder would be, I'm assuming that because it's the old house, they're old as fuck, or they're not from America, but like a boarder would be a tenant in like an apartment complex.
Okay.
More so. In this context, that's what it sounds like.
Sure. That's kind of what I'm already grabbing. So my 31 female mother's 56 female workplace has gone on strike twice in the last 2 years. And to help with some of the financial burden this has caused her, she has decided to rent out a room in her house to students. Her first boarder, boarder is tenant. Her first boarder, 28 non-binary, only rented for a month before finding a place closer to their school, but they were quiet, clean, respectful, and mainly kept to themselves. The current boarder, 34 female, has been renting since September and is very much the opposite of her predecessor. I immediately got red flags from her after she told me her entire traumatic backstory unprompted less than 48 hours after we met, but tried to give her the benefit of the doubt, as did my mother. This turned out to be a mistake. The boarder has been overly familiar with my mother the entire time she has lived with her, cornering my mother, who works night shift, as soon as she gets home to vent about the numerous dramas going on in her life as if my mother is a free therapist. She never cleans up after herself, takes showers in the middle of the day, even after being repeatedly told that's when it is its most expensive. Constantly invites herself on my mother's outings because she doesn't have a driver's license and dislikes taking the bus. She also frequently shames my mother for not eating healthy while ordering takeout daily that she eats in her room and still hasn't taken any of the containers to the garbage or recycling even after being asked every week. I'm going to go back a moment. So for shames mother for not eating healthy while ordering takeout that she eats in her room. Okay. So line of division here. The boarder, the tenant, is the one ordering food and not taking the containers out. My mother constantly tells me how frustrated she is with her boarder. I've noticed that she tells me and how she actually acts towards the boarder are contradictory. For example, the boarder can't actually pay her December rent because she's used up all her OSAP on takeout and is unemployed. I'm going to assume OSAP is
fuck is OSAP?
FAFSA.
OSAP is going to be Googled.
I'm going to see FAFSA. Imagine FAFSA on that one. And when she told my mother this, my mother went and
These
bought
people
her.
are Canadian.
Okay, thank you.
Ontario Student Assistance Program.
Only the
Then you failed.
fucking worst.
Man, you could have figured that one out for us, but
Yeah, he
we're too slow.
could have thrown us a. Hold on. Actually, I'll pause and read this question. How is taking a shower during the day more expensive at night? There might be surge charge pricing on utilities. This is starting to become more and more frequent. I don't think we actually have it in the Americas, or in America, because of the fact that they are stupid English speakers. Not my fault.
Man, I was just fucking with you.
Way
Goddamn.
worse language. Let's get that one out of the way.
I'd rather speak French than English, at least. I mean,
Yeah.
all they do is add a U to color. We have 7 variants of the same word that all mean a different thing.
But yeah, surcharge pricing is becoming a thing with utilities. It's not a thing in the United States, or at least not to my knowing. Maybe it is in Arizona or like the dry portion of the country. But yeah, showering during the day is, I don't know entirely the reason, but it's like using a bunch of electricity to heat your house at night during the winter. Like, I've seen places that will actually increase the bill significantly, because, you know, that's all ways of, actually Lyric and I had this conversation off stream a while back, but like, you know, you should be beefing up your house's insulation. You should be working on like improving your property to avoid doing that. But yeah, by using water at times where it's more in demand, such as like, I don't know, office buildings running a bunch of water, kitchens running a bunch of water during the day, like that, I can understand a world where a surcharge price does increase the bill. But then like, she should also be paying that bill, you know, a fraction of that bill. Anyway, well, I know in the UK, this girl I knew said they only turned their water heater on at night to save money. Exactly. Even though it's really bad for the water heater, from my understanding, and it's
Turning
more
it off and getting it back on is such a fucking goddamn pain in the ass.
well, that, and it's one of those things where it's like, it is more expensive. Yes, you're saving the surcharge price fee, but like ComEd all the time tells me, do not turn off your heat during the day to then turn it on at night, because having to restart your furnace, for example, is a pain in the ass. Or you're forcing it to play catch up, and ergo forcing it to work harder, which is, it's more costly. So that is, economically it makes sense, but anyone who is, you know, knows how shit works knows that's not worth it.
Also, just a timeout. I'm
Go
going to
ahead.
cut the webcam real quick because
Okay.
I'm going to eat lunch because I haven't eaten all day today.
Okay,
So
I will turn off the. I
I
still.
just don't want to like distract the stream.
Yeah, all good. All good. I'm going to. I'm going to turn that. What? No, hold on. I need to still stream. Fuck. I'll just move this out of the way. Fuck. I'm keeping your bar there despite you not being there. How about that?
That is totally okay.
That way I know where to bring
there
it
in
back.
spirit.
Yeah, there in spirit. So
I'm just hungry.
already,
Sorry, chat.
I'll give some, because this is a little bit of a longer one. I'll give my thoughts. And this girl's just a bum. This girl's a mess, and is playing the holier than thou, especially the eating portion. That's ignorant, especially to when your leaser, I think it was mentioned that she works night shift. She's a little older. Like, it's just ignorant. This just screams like posh girl who, you know, oh, I have all these problems. Well, not all these people have all these problems. So if this is a continuously recurring theme, are you the fucking problem? Oh, I spent all my money on takeout. Okay, it sounds like you're not ready to be an adult. It sounds like you're not ready for higher education and to be a functioning member of society. Like, this just sounds like someone, yeah. And then, like, here's the thing: if OP's mom does kick her tenant out, guess what? That's drama, and this fucking person is going to love it. Like, oh my god, my landlord is such an awful person. My landlord is kicking me out. I didn't even do anything wrong, and it's just going to continue to fuel this attention derivative flame. Wait, but if she works at night, when does she want her to shower? No. OP's mom works at night. So the tenant is unemployed entirely. So I mean, you can shower before. There's probably also multiple showers. They can shower at the same time. They can both shower at night. The whole showering smack day screams, she has afternoon classes, or like, first class is at 11 and is at like 1, and she's like barely getting up by 11, staying up all night and then showering smack right before she goes to school, which I wouldn't put behind this person, or at least the image that this has been painted of this person. So I'm already not liking it. And then
my thing is, if it's a assistance program, I don't remember what it was. It was like Ontario's like school assistance. I don't remember.
But it was the acronym makes sense.
It was a program for schooling, right?
Yep.
From what I remember from Googling it. Why is there no like set allotment where it's like, okay, so we are covering room and board. This is going to go directly to, the quote unquote landlord, whoever's fucking in charge of homing you.
Sure.
This, we're going to give you $2,000, $1,500 of it's going to go to, this person to cover room and board. So you don't have to fucking worry about it. This extra 500 is like, to get groceries and whatnot. Like, obviously we can't fucking go out and buy the groceries for you. So we have to physically
give you a stipend.
Give you that give you a stipend, give you that money. So if she can't afford her December fucking shit, I feel like, one, that's very shitty on the fucking program for not having any sort of fail-safe to make sure that the money that's been applied for this assistance is not being utilized the way that it should. I mean, we can argue fucking child support all fucking day, but I digress.
Sure.
I feel like, one, it's shitty on the program to let it happen, and two, like, what's the point in the program if it's not doing anything? I don't know. It's just a thought that popped in my head. But.
So it seems to me, because I totally concur with what you're saying. What I think this is a governmental oversight. This is probably being paid directly to the student and allowing them to divvy up the funds as needed, which it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be, because situations like this happen, where the participant takes the money, spends it, has no fucking afterthought, right? It really should be like, hey, report to us, give us your lease. Or if you're not paying an official lease, just tell us what your rent is and who to make the check out to. Something, you know what I mean? Like there should be some kind of fail-safe in place for this kind of behavior. Because I mean, let's be honest, a college student is financially responsible is not the number one fucking variable that comes to my head. Now it can be, I'm not saying it's mutually exclusive, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
I was 27 when I figured out how to be financially responsible. Just putting that out there.
Takes time. And so this was a kind of a governmental oversight. I will say, so far, I really don't like how the mom's acting.
She's just letting it slide.
Not only letting it slide, but buying groceries. Why would you buy groceries? This person doesn't know how to cook. You can offer to help him cook, but like all they're doing is ordering takeout.
It sounds like it's one of those situations where it's like, I own a house, and because you know how like some people own a house and then they like remodel certain areas of the house, so it's like the basement is like its own fucking apartment complex.
Yeah.
So there's private access to that basement room, or they can like they have their own small kitchen, their own bathroom, shit like that.
Like a
if they want a larger kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they want a larger kitchen, they just go upstairs. Shit like that. This screams to me like that sort of scenario. Like this mother has this big house with like 5-6 fucking rooms, and she's just renting it out to college kids for stupid fucking cheap because dormitories are god expensive. That's what it sounds like to me. So groceries is like, I'm pitching in for groceries because, I'm trying to cut and lower costs of what it is you have to spend to go to fucking college, because college is expensive and all that other shit is expensive. So I feel like this is that situation. So it leans me to believe that like the original poster is kind of an asshole because at the end of the day, that's some money that's coming into this mother's pocket that's probably helping pay the mortgage to a degree.
Well, here's the thing. So the paragraph that we were just about to get, or just wrapped up, said she can't pay rent, and who
This
knows?
month, the month specifically.
Yeah. So like, for this upcoming month. So like, and who even knows? Like, of course, how much is being charged and whatnot. But at the end of the day, you're paying for a roof over your head, right? Regardless of any exterior variables, you pay rent for shelter. That's really the end all, unless of course utilities are included. I'm going to assume utilities are kind of included here. I'm going to drag you back then because I see you.
Yeah. I didn't want to interrupt your train of thought.
Oh, good. God fucking damn, dude. This webcam and Discord do not, or this webcam and the internet do not get along. All right, there we go.
I mean, we can scrap it till next time. We can get on earlier and figure it out if that works.
But yeah, so like, I don't know, wanting to make sure that, funds are promised for the service you're providing. I'm not pro landlord, but that's part of the agreement is you're supposed to pay. But yeah, not only saying that this person, I can't pay for the month of December, and then this month getting groceries this is too much. This is too much. You can write off a month, but I mean, we don't even know how long December, when does school start? August, like you already
I'd be very forgiving for the month of December. Like, it's the holiday season. You're going to want to go home. You're going to want to get gifts for like loved ones. Like I can understand like, oh, I'm not going to be able to make December rent on time this month,
sure.
But
so that's be made.
I'm going like essentially the mother in question is going to be the one quote unquote covering it, right? Depending on the living situation, obviously. Sure. But I feel like there is that preconception that's like you can't pay it this month because it's holiday, so you're spending all this money on this, and this. Cool, understandable. It's a good thing, honorable thing, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Just give me back later, Like, hey, yeah. Todd, you want to go get McDonald's? I don't have any money. Hey, fucker, what did I ask? I didn't ask if you had money. I asked if you wanted fucking McDonald's. Yes. I know eventually down the road, you're going to be like, hey, let's go get this. Like, obviously there's going to be a quicker turnaround in this scenario, but it's albeit it's the same kind of like concept, if that makes sense.
Here's why I don't like that parallel, and it's because this is government provided funds, and she's choosing to be unemployed. And like
but the government's allowing it to happen.
Government is, yes, you are right, because without that failsafe, it's allowing to happen. So we have
fuck Canada. Sorry, Minna.
So what we have is a teenager who doesn't know the worth of a dollar. Also, if you start throwing bones like that, we're already looking at, so the beginning of the second paragraph, we're already looking at a parasocial relationship developing. Immediately trauma dumping, immediately invading personal space, immediately befriending. Nothing's wrong with, them having a good companionship. There is a certain level of professionality that must be maintained, and there's already been several breaches of it. Right now, in my utmost opinion, the tenant is taking advantage of the landlord, because you're giving fucking money to go to school and for your housing. Hell, like money to pay for where you're living is like where most people's income goes to. So, I
mean,
and so
I don't pay for mine, but like that's where like
I
think 60% of my money goes.
And so that's what I'm talking about, is like, this person is ignorant. This person needs to be checked. This person needs to become an adult, right? They're young. I'm assuming they're young. Actually, hold on. They're not young. This is 34F. This is 34 female. It's not female. Yeah. No, she's an idiot. That is what she is. She's an idiot. She's problematic. She should already know the value of a dollar. This changes everything. Sorry, I was giving compassion to a 19-year-old. No, this person's 34 female.
That's why I brought up the thing about the fucking holidays.
No, you're
She's
right.
34.
She's
she
34.
Obviously like has something to give to somebody.
But like, no, this person just seems problematic. This person seems like, oh, let me play you the world's saddest violin and listen to my song. I I'm being given government money and I'm unwisely using it. I'm being ignorant and shaming you for your eating habits while government pays for me to live in this house. I'm not working whilst going to school. Like, I don't know how many more chances you can get given until you're just like, until the government stamps on your fucking page, dumbass. And that's where I'm at right now is you're being given the funds. You're being given everything for success, right? Government pays for you to have a place to live while you go to school. That's immense. That's huge. I love that. You know, a higher educated society, better jobs. Better jobs means higher income. And this person is clearly just doing it to do it and throwing away this opportunity.
I just dived into OSAP real quick, the Ontario Student Assistance Program. So there is a couple options, is what it looks like. Say you want to live on campus, right? The money will then go directly to the campus, right? If you choose to live off campus, the money goes into your pocket in some fucking convoluted way that doesn't make sense. I'm not even gonna try to fucking read it and understand it.
Sure.
And then you can hand it to like the landlord and shit like that. Which is fucking stupid.
It's bad. That's bad.
It's fucking stupid.
That's very bad. That's an oversight.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's how fucking FAFSA works. Like,
no, FAFSA.
I just applied for it like fucking 3 months ago. They'll fucking put the money in your fucking pocket. They don't give a shit.
Will they really?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't give a shit.
I don't like that. Okay. So now we're learning the education field needs to fucking clean themselves up.
So yeah, like FAFSA, like if you live on the campus, they'll pay for room and board. But if you don't have a place to fucking live, it's either A on you or B. They're not gonna cover your rent. They'll like supplement it, right? It's like, okay, rent's $1,000, we'll give you $200. Figure out your fucking damn self.
Yeah.
And that goes directly to you. You know, at least that's how it was explained to me when I applied for it. And I was like, I work for the military. Like everything's free. I just have to apply.
Write the shit off.
Yeah, I have to apply for a FAFSA in order to use my tuition assistance, which makes no fucking sense because the government's paying for it, and now I gotta ask the other side of the government. Say it's okay that they pay for it. Like what? Okay,
government
whatever.
entities not speaking to one another. Is a brief pause is one of the most frustrating things you can fucking deal with ever. Like it's
yeah, but I set it up smart, so I'm not upset. I set it up so FAFSA pays for everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And then my tuition assistance just pays off the loan.
Oh, nice. Okay. So yeah.
The FAFSA's a loan. The tuition assistance is free money. I don't have to pay back ever.
So yeah. So that way you get the money in your pocket, get everything paid for, and you're not stressing out of it like, oh, did it clear on your end?
Yeah, and it's I got a scholarship that pays for like 90% of the fucking school, and then the FAFSA is I think only covering like 10 grand total, and then tuition assistance is paying that off like with ease. So that's how I have it set up.
Yeah,
but I digress.
So
that's not pertinent to the topic.
I'm very antsy. This person. I've known some of these people. They're fucking insufferable, and like no matter how much help you'll give them, every inch is a mile. I'm going to carry on, and I'm going to reread the mini paragraph before I carry on. So my mother constantly tells me how frustrated she is with her boarder, but I noticed that what she tells me and how she actually acts towards the boarder are contradictory. For example, the boarder can't actually pay her December rent because she used all her OSAP on takeout and is unemployed. When she told my mother this, my mother went and bought her groceries. I know that part of the reason my mother is giving her boarder so many second chances is because the boarder, a recently out trans woman with ADHD, and my mother feels sympathy for her. Plus, my mother was evicted from her last home back in 2020 because her landlord wanted to sell the building, and she doesn't want to put someone else through what she went through. I also think that a lot of the issues my mother is dealing with are due to her not doing enough research before taking on tenants. However, I've argued that the boarder isn't my mother's responsibility. My mother's financial situation is no longer dire enough that she needs to keep renting the room. And while she doesn't want to make the boarder homeless, I know that said boarder still technically owns the apartment that she was living in before moving. I've told my mother that the best thing she can do is tell the tenant that she needs to move out by a certain date, which my mother technically doesn't have to do since no lease was ever created or signed, but she seems reluctant to take action. Am I the asshole for making the suggestion? And if not, what do you recommend my mother do?
Oh, okay. One, I want to say this.
Mhm.
I want to get this out of the way.
Mhm.
Not saying this in a negative or rude manner.
Mhm.
The tenant being fucking trans person with ADHD has nothing to do with the situation.
Nope.
Leave that shit out.
Nope.
Who fucking cares?
Yep.
That is nothing to do with the situation.
That's theirs.
It is. Yeah, that's for them to deal with on their own in their private. What they want to do with their life, what they want to do with their life. It has nothing to fucking do with why this person is acting the way they are. If it is, then they're using their
It's
their
weaponized
ADHD and the fact that they're weaponizing the fact that they're fucking trans and have ADHD. Like that's it, but still it has nothing to do with it. But now seeing the rest, reading the rest of this paragraph really leads me to believe that the person who posts this is not the asshole, because it sounds like this is a cohabitating thing. It's like, I have a home, you need a home, you live with me, no lease, no nothing, don't worry about it, you just pay me the difference. But at the same time, the tenant, the boarder, is taking advantage of the fact that there's no lease, because technically, if they don't pay the mother, there's nothing the mother can do about it, because there's no written agreement anywhere.
There is. This is where I'll tag in, just because I work with putting liens against properties. Whoever's name is on the property is that's the number one thing. So
no, I'm saying like the border. There's no written agreement for the border to live there. It's literally what you just said.
Yes, yeah. But so what you can do is issue a move out by date. It has to be like in my state, you have to look at local laws. But in my state, it has to be 2 weeks. You have to give them a 2 week. It's the classic 2 week eviction notice. Yeah. Actually,
fucking wild.
It may have increased now that I'm saying this out loud. It may be 30 days now because of COVID.
I was gonna say that's much more doable.
Yeah. The 2 weeks was always. But here's the thing: you knew that 2 weeks were coming. In most cases. So yeah. In this, yeah, I think any steps to letting this lease E off easy is enabling and is no longer being a good Samaritan. This person is clearly problematic. If already this behavior, let me dial it back. If already this person is showing, trauma dumping, bad cohabitation habits, just overall being like a bad coexister, this has definitely happened before. This person is not welcome at dorms, I'm assuming, or is known as like, that's a piece of shit roommate right there. There's a reason why OP's
it sounds
mother...
like the border has their own place of living outside of where they're currently living. It says, I know that said border still technically owns the apartment she was living in before moving. So it sounds like the border has somewhere to live outside of
which is also
where she's
weird.
Currently living.
Which is all, yeah, that's another weird variable. I'm happy you said that. I was actually trying to mentally digest that sentence because I didn't know what it meant. So
I've been trying to digest it since you fucking read it.
Yeah, I read it and it didn't make sense to me. I know that said tenant still technically owns the apartment she was living in before moving. So she has another place.
And it says the mother's financial situation is no longer dire, needed to rent the room. So it sounds like she owns a house.
Yep.
There's a spare bedroom and she's willingly renting it out to people under the fucking table.
Yeah, that's what it says. So at the beginning, she has
my initial theory was correct. She just has a fucking house with rooms and she's just renting them out.
So that's in the first paragraph. She has decided to rent out a room in her house to students. Because I imagine OP no longer lives with her mom.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do it, but also like the predecessing paragraph was the workplace keeps going on strike. So desperate times, right? So yeah.
But
sorry.
They got a government. I don't know how fucking Canada runs their government assistance programs. Apparently, like shit. But there's got to be some sort of like assistance for workers. Like, oh, we're on strike. Well, I guess if they're on strike, it's their own fucking doing. So that's their fault. Fuck them. Fuck. They're willingly putting themselves in a financial hardship. Fuck them.
No, it's less so fuck them, more so like they just have to deal.
No, fuck them.
They have to deal with it. Because we should be advocating for unions,
whatever
we
shitty
should be
situation's
advocating
happening
for
at work. They're
striking.
willing. I'm aware, but still, it's like there are other ways to handle things. Not going to work, not getting paid, fucking yourself and your family is not a reason. Is not the outlet you should be taking to go. I want better hours or I want more money. Like fuck, you're not getting any money on strike, so fuck you. Just fuck you.
Yeah, but who knows?
Find another way to fucking do it.
But who knows? It could be like, their
But it's
employer
Canada,
dropped
they commit
healthcare.
war crimes.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's universal healthcare. So, so we're going to forego any idea of
Canada?
exploring the strike. Yeah, this is. But yeah, so yeah, there's a reason why this person, like I just said, like I said earlier, is problematic. Has too many stories to tell. Has too many dramas going on. They are the center of it. They are the causative nature of their problems, and they refuse to acknowledge it. There's a reason why. Thank you. Maybe there's a reason why they're not permitted to go back or not wanting to go back to their prior apartment. It's because they have bad blood with roommates there. Which, if that's the case,
They still own it.
they still own it.
Legally can go back.
So that, and like, if you have a bad relationship with people there, like you're the fucking. I would assume they're the problem continuing. They seem to be this bull in a china shop that refuses to acknowledge they have horns.
Good analogy.
Thank you. So, all in all, like for me, this has been cut and dry from the beginning. As soon as you say, I can't pay for December, that's when you say, okay, you can throw them a bone because you don't want to mess with the idea of a squatter, right? I don't know how squatters works in Canada, let alone Ontario, because I imagine there's different sub laws there. Say, I'll give you the month. You know what? Throw away. I'll give you some groceries. You already did it. She already did it. I'll give you the month. Find another place of living because you are paying to be sheltered here. And if you cannot pay for the services will not be rendered. And yeah, it's time to cut ties. I think what this mom is doing, and this is not to her fault, she's a mom, right? That permanently changes you, is wanting to almost take this 34.
But the mom's no much older than this fucking.
Well, hold on.
dunce.
Yeah, no kidding. But the mom has a daughter her age. We're only dealing with 3 years of difference between her daughter, the one that posted this, and the tenant.
True.
And so there's probably this gnarly parasocial relationship being encouraged now. That's what I mean. Like the whole, when I said there should be professional and personal boundaries, the personal boundaries is, yeah, we can be friends, but professionally you still have to pay to live here. Just because you're my friend doesn't mean, like my siblings living, here with me, they pay X amount towards the mortgage and for the room. So I think this is maybe a little bit of weaponized incompetence.
That's all. That's verbal. That's verbal agreement between you and the family members, though, right? Or is that like written?
So it is verbal.
So it's written or is verbal?
It is verbal, but
so it's verbal agreement that your siblings pay you.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, one, they don't have realistically they don't have to pay you. Like obviously you could kick them out, like if you wanted to.
That's
but
exactly
realistically,
it.
like
That's
they
exactly
don't have to pay you. Like if you took them to court and said they're not paying me, they're gonna go, "Where's the fucking lease?" Like, well, I don't have one. They were paying me under the table.
But
now
then I can have the police department.
The court's gonna tell you to get fucked.
Yeah, I can't recoup those funds, but the police department will still evict them within 2 weeks or 30 days.
Yes,
depending on the changed time parameters.
And this is the same exact scenario. There's a verbal agreement between the mother and the boarder. Hey, I have the spare room. Live here, right? If the tenant doesn't pay, like the mother can evict. But I get what you're saying. There's a mother's instinct, with it's like I don't want to put this person out. I can see it, and I understand it. I think that's why she's not evicting her. But at the same time, it's like I don't know. This is a hard one because I feel like there's a lot of
it pulls heartstrings
between. Yeah,
but it's not an asshole to be. I totally get where you're coming from. Of like, you still want to help the person. We just got done talking about being courteous, being neighborly, but there's a line in the sand, and you have to draw it. It can't be drawn for you, and it is. I'm taking you on as a leasee. Oh, you can't pay your lease. Now, despite being given government money, that's the extra salt on the wound for me. Is that you're being given money? You are unemployed. You're being paid to live and breathe, and go get education. And you've now fumbled that bag. That's where that line is. You know, oh, funds are a little tight. Can I borrow some groceries? That's different. You know, that's a whole different thing. You know, lease is still being paid. I just need, you know, a little bit of help. I'm a student, you know, to eat.
It's a loan. OSAP is a loan.
Oh,
it's
OSAP
not
is a
just
loan.
free fucking money. It's a loan. So,
well, still, they're still receiving a precedented amount of funds per semester, I would imagine. Also, I misspoke earlier. This started in September, not in August. So that's still only 2 months of being in where you're showing problematic behavior. So yeah, not the asshole. I would say because you gave them groceries, let her eat. You know, of course, let her eat. But say you have the month of December to get out. Still evict, not the asshole. This person, the problems are only going to. I've seen it a million times. The problems are only going to keep going and going and going. Of like, okay, well, I paid you for December. You know, I finally caught up on it. But since I paid you for December, I'm going to be late on January, and it's going to keep going. And then you ever give someone money and then they treat you like it's a fucking gift when they pay you back, even though it was a understood.
Like you like I give you money and then you go to give me money back, and it's like oh yeah, I'm just like doing this out of the kindness. I was like, motherfucker, you owe me.
That's it.
Shut the fuck up.
That's it. As a long running issue with people who borrow funds is like,
yeah,
damn,
like
get
your
off
buddy
my
owes
ass,
you
man.
$310 fucking dollars, and he's like, oh, I just got a fucking end of the year bonus. I'm just gonna throw you a bone here. Like, nah, brother, you fucking. Oh no, I'm just playing.
So yeah, like that's yeah. It will get worse and worse and snowball. Yeah,
no, I agree. Not the asshole. I just think there needs to be. I wouldn't necessarily say evict, but I agree. Not the asshole. I would say set up some sort of written agreement, you know, and get it notarized, and or like find somewhere to create middle ground.
Full agree. So yeah,
That's wild that's the next one.
Yeah, well, I found it in the bottom right, by the way, and I was like, ooh.
I was reading it too. I was like, God damn, we're evicting a 71-year-old.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, this is spicy.
And it's short and sweet.
It's so yeah. And it's 7 months ago. That's why. This one is an older one. It's an archived one. But yeah, what do y'all think? Mena K, if Monkey is still awake. So 7 months ago, this must have been a popular one, which is why it popped up in that bottom right.
Or maybe it just relates to the previous topic.
Could.
Because
oh yeah, eviction.
It was on the verge of
peanut
eviction,
allergies. You know. So thank you. I was like, please get that. 7 months ago, from no_crow_7109. I like the name, No Crow.
I hate underscores in names. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, it's Reddit. We got to deal with it. Am I the asshole for evicting my 71-year-old mom? Am I the asshole for evicting my mom and brother? Long story short, don't like that. I need that long story, fucker. Type. I inherited a house.
You've seen how some of these people type. Is that what you want?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Listen, I can stumble, mumble, and fumble, but it paints a better picture for us to speak about. I inherited a house. See, right there. Who did you inherit from?
Are you sure you didn't write this?
They're still alive.
Yeah.
Also, actually, I want to.
I guess inherit would imply that they are not alive. Yeah,
I will side tangent. I said my siblings say live with me. My sister, she actually listens to these now. Is a co-owner of the house. I'd like to use that as an example just to assist. Anyway, back to it.
So what you're saying is you gave us false information, and now that you realize your sister watches these, you have to give the truth. So that way
it's just
beat the fuck out of you while you're asleep.
easier for me to phrase it like that. I'm not gonna lie. So I inherited a house.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would like to know where they inherited this house. My brother and I were on the deed. He signed his share over to me so he could get more financial aid for college. Smart. Forward 13 years or so, my brother is a drug addict. Not smart. I got married and my mom,
Finn.
who lives in the house, hates my husband. Oh, wow. We've got a lot of people going on this. Didn't come to our wedding. Both mom and brother said awful things. My mom even threatened to take me to court because I wouldn't sign my house over to her. My brother has never paid $1 towards anything. My mom has paid for renovations through the years. I pay all the bills. There's no mortgage, lease. My mom has basically signed everything to my brother, who she knows is a drug addict, steals, lies, etc. I got a lawyer to evict both. My mom's 71. I feel guilty, but my therapist and close friends tell me I'm not wrong. Thanks for listening.
I didn't listen. I read. Well, I mean, I listened, but Todd read.
Yeah.
So, one.
Go, you go.
There's a lot of contradicting statements.
There's so many. There's so many.
It's like we inherited the house, me and my brother, but my brother gave it to me so you get more money for college and then use that money to get drugs. I'm assuming. But the mom signs everything over to the brother. But why is the mom signing anything to the brother? Because the mom, from the start of this, the mom has no ties to this house other than the poster letting her live there. So what is being signed over to the brother?
So, oh my God, there's a few avenues to attack here. I'm going to throw one thing and I'm going to make you think about it. My brother and I were on the deed for the house we inherited. I want to fucking emphasize that. My brother and I were both on the deed. I inherited a house. Already. So you didn't just inherit a house. Your brother and you inherited a house. We're going to assume that they're the only siblings right now. So two brothers inherit a house. Again, we don't know from who. I'm going to actually just throw and say, we'll say grandparents.
Grandparent.
Yeah, exactly. So my brother and I.
Because if it was a dad that passed, it would technically go to the mom.
Yeah, depending on your state and where you're at. But yeah, usually that's the. So my brother and I were both on the deed. He signed his share over to me so he could get more for financial aid for college.
You mean Fent?
Fent. So that's a big deal. And this is why. You just gave, so say the property is worth, I'm just going to say $300,000. I
thought you were going to say like middle ground, like across the states, like 350 to 450.
Yeah. Here, we'll say four. So it's an easier number. 400,000. We're going to assume paid off because there was no mention of that. Yeah. There's no mortgage or lease, right? So there's no mortgage, meaning they own the home.
It's paid off.
It's paid off. That brother just gave you $200,000 of equity. You should be buying him out. You should be refinancing it and doing, it's called a cash out refinance, where you use the equity in the home to refinance the property. You should be buying out his $200,000. Already OP.
The house is paid off. What are you refinancing?
So he has a share. He doesn't want his share. The brother, OP.
So you're saying the brother, you're saying the brother should refinance instead of giving it.
Yes.
But what is he refinancing? They both own half the home. Like the home is paid off.
When you buy, so you can do a refinance without it being, with the house being paid off. So that's why it's called the cash out refinance. Is that what you're doing is you're cashing out the equity in the property you own, which is 100%. So this is what I'm saying is that the OP is already a prick because he let his brother give him his share. When in reality, it should be, let me buy you out of your share. Especially if he's going to college. You just got given a free $200,000. Like that's ridiculous. Even if you wanted nothing to do with that property, not to live in it, not to expand on it, to renovate it, to sell it. If you wanted to wash your hands of it, the right proper way is for whoever is keeping it, and this happens all the time in estate sales or estate properties, is the keeper of the property buys out their siblings or their family who already has vested equity. So already OP is a piece of shit because, he just gave me his equity. You should be financially compensating him for that, even if it's not for the full 200. in this hypothetical, even if it's not for the full 50%, which is 200,000.
Now, are you saying should be like because it helps the poster in the long run? Or are you saying that because he should be a good person?
It should be a good person and a good sibling. Because
you're just saying he should financially compensate his brother just to be a decent fucking human being.
Exactly.
Well, fuck all that. It has nothing to do with any of this shit.
It will. No, hold on. It does, because later on we're dealing with, drug addict. We're dealing with, a lot of that happens.
You wanted to financially compensate a drug addict.
Usually drugs get turned to because of finances. It's a coping mechanism. Especially when you get robbed of, again, 200,000 of equity. And clearly, OP's brother's too dumb to understand what they had. So I could get more in financial aid. The 200,000 in that property is way more than financial aid, unless you're going to a fucking Ivy League.
Either of them knew that?
I would assume so. That's why I'm already a little anti-OP right now. Even if they didn't, then that's that's being financially inept. Then we have two fucking idiots of the same fucking pod. That's where I already don't like all of this. We're starting on uneven ground. You inherited this fucking property. Your brother wants nothing to do with it. You know what he could have done is say, I don't want it, sell it. And that would have forced your hand to cash him out. Or both of you had to sell it and then just reap the rewards of the sale, which may then also end up ruining the financial aid. But 200,000 versus however much you were going to get in financial aid, I'm willing to bet to 200,000.
Holy shit, time out. We're missing a big fucking huge chunk of shit here.
Yeah, go.
They inherited a house 13 fucking years ago.
Oh shit.
The house was inherited 13 fucking years.
Oh,
so the brother's not a drug addict from financial hardship. The brother's just a fucking drug addict out of fucking nowhere.
Well, who knows? Like, depends. Maybe they got a college.
I feel like after 13 years, whatever fucking equity that he did have, or whatever fucking payout he would have gotten from his brother wouldn't have fucking mattered. It's 13 fucking years later.
Well, imagine how much the money that would have grown. We saw houses jump from 100,000, 150 to 400, 450. So,
yeah, but at the same time, it's like the dude's going to college. Part of me wants to believe that he was part of me wants to believe he's been a drug addict for a minute.
Sure.
Not like a heavy drug addict.
Yep.
But going to college kind of solidified that, because we've all seen fucking what goes on in college.
Sure.
Motherfuckers just drink, party, and do fin. So, I'm
just saying at one point or another, that financial compensation should have changed. It would have changed trajectory. Now,
I think it would have prolonged the drug addiction. I don't think it would have stopped it.
Sure, because maybe they were successful and they got addicted to coke rather than to meth.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I will just say that's a big deal. If you inherit a property, this goes to anyone in chat or any listener, after the math, you've inherited a property in I have two siblings, so three of us. It's owned outright. Like, okay, who wants to keep it? Okay, no one wants to keep it. Like, split the proceeds a third, motherfucker. If someone wants to keep it, buy out your siblings. Like, you have the ability to do that. Unless you truly do love your sibling and know that, like, okay, they're deserving. What sometimes happens is like, okay, the sibling that we want the house to go to.
The OP did post a comment, by the way. I just noticed.
Oh, okay. I'll skip down right now. Oh, I'll go. I'll read that one.
I saw
that was
stole in 30 grand, and I was like,
wow. Shoot. Yeah, well, but yeah,
he got his money back.
What sometimes happens is that they like, say there was a sibling that took care of the parents while they were passing. Sometimes they just inherit the property, and the other siblings write off their share because of the fact that they were taking care of their elderly parents, for example, and they couldn't go out and earn an income because they were too busy staying at home. That's something. Now, this is me looking microscopically at this, but that is a variable. Finances play a portion. Whether or not No Crow wants to paint a certain picture or whatnot, that is a shitty part. Whether
I've been financially fucking. I've been in some shitty financial positions, but I don't think I ever fucking decided I needed to shoot a fucking fence.
Sure. I'm just saying that no matter how that played out.
It is a, I will say, yeah, I agree it's a factor, but I mean, I don't, he was going to college, so he obviously was surrounded by good people and bad people that could help him.
Yep.
He obviously has a mother that cares about him more than the OP. So it's like, I feel like the drug addiction is just what it sounds like. It sounds like the drug addiction is just like his own volition for like whatever fucking reason.
We'll ride with that. What I don't like also right now is my mom has paid for renovations through the years. Why is your fucking mother paying for renovations? So 13 years ago, 71, right? So 71.
Maybe the mother wanted something and the OP was like, if you want it, you're paying for it because I'm allowing you to live in this house. You want the house to be renovated.
Well, how
if
long
you want it, fucking
has she
pay
been
for it.
living there? That's my...
I would assume 13 years or so. Fast forward 13 years or so. My brother's a drug addict. I got married, and my mom, who lives in the house, hates my husband. To me, it sounds like 13 years ago, what is 71 minus 13? She's like 60.
So,
don't
what is
know.
it? 13
In her
years?
60s.
58. 58.
58. Yeah.
So that roughly puts...
She's 60.
So I would, yeah, she's 60. That roughly puts our OP here at 30. So she is a...
Really?
So she's grown...
My mom's barely 50.
Oh yeah, well, I'm just throwing
And I'm
numbers
30.
out there. My parents are also like really, really young. So I might be skewed on those numbers. Old enough to have a fucking, to know right from wrong. So yeah. I don't like. I think this is a family of idiots threatening to take me to court because I wouldn't sign my house over to her. Well, that's why you don't let.
Well, what is she gonna do though? Like, how's the lawyer gonna evict the person that owns the house?
Not even
That's a
that.
civil case.
Like, so this is why you don't let your fucking family members do renovations on your property if you haven't given them vested interest. My sister has ventured interest. So like, this is just dumb. Everyone in this equation is just so fucking dumb. Yeah. My mom's upset I didn't sign the house over to her. Why would you sign a house over to a 71-year-old? That's, it's going to come right back to you. You're just paying fees for nothing.
Maybe.
You're paying You're paying capital
Well, it's not to
gains.
say the 70-year-old mom's going to take it
And then give it to the drug addict.
Give it to the drug addict,
Yep. Or sell it.
like in a will, be like, hey, if I die, sell the house. Fuck it.
Yeah. So that's dumb.
Goes to the bank or whatever.
But yeah, that's another lesson for homeowners here is like, make sure family understands if they're giving you money to help you out, they're giving you money to help you out, or this is a loan. Because
renovations aren't cheap. Well, I guess it really depends on what are they renovating? Is it like paint the fucking walls?
Yeah, exactly. Like I ripped up carpet and I put vinyl down. It cost me all of $3,000. Like it's not exactly a massive haul.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother didn't pay towards anything.
I think now's a good time to check what the fucking OP commented. Like what he said.
Yep.
I think now's a good time.
My brother has stolen easily over $30,000 I know of. Also has been seen doing drug deals at my home. I've been called every name by both of them. Slut, cunt. My husband's father committed suicide. They said they hoped my husband unalives himself as well. My brother, who is 33, doesn't work and probably never will. So part of my issue is, why should he live in my house, rent and bill free, and my mom give him money for coke? Yeah.
Just kick him the fuck out. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Why are we coming to Reddit to argue? Like, if you own regardless of the semantics, like, oh, he should have bought his brother out, blah, 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 this, that. Regardless, you own the home. It's your home now, 100%.
Yep.
It's not your mother's. It's not your brother's. It doesn't matter what your mom does. It doesn't matter what your fucking brother does. I don't care how much money your mom put in the house. It's fucking probably on her own volition, honestly. Get rid of the fucking brother, one, because he's selling drugs out of your home. That's going to fucking cause you issues. Two,
someone said they can be charged for it too, because it's, their property.
Yeah. Like let's say you and I are driving, right? It's my car, right? And fucking you got like weed or coke in the car or whatever.
Sure.
And you forget you not forget, but you leave it in there. And I'm unaware that it's in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving somewhere by myself, drop you off at home. I get pulled over. They search the fucking car. I'm going down for it. It's like, oh, that must be my fucking. I don't care if it's your
you're
fucking
an accomplice.
It's your fucking car.
Yeah, you're an accessory to the fact.
Like even if you are there, like it's still in your possession. Is this not your vehicle? So that is true. But like, regardless of the semantics of the situation, I think at the end of the day, this dude owns the fucking home 100%, no matter how it was acquired, whether he bought his brother out or not. Right? I feel like that's not really it's not really a deciding factor because, like, at the end of the day, he still owns 100% of the house. Just kick your brother out, kick your fucking mother out. Like, I love my sister.
Yep.
To death. My mom fucking hates my fucking sister, and they don't fucking speak ever. That's not my fucking problem. It's between fucking them two. So, like, what does any of that matter? Like, who cares if your husband doesn't, or your mother doesn't like your husband? That's on fucking her. Get your own fucking place to live.
Yeah. It seems to me that the mom has this unrighteous ownership of the property. Has this
probably because whoever owned it before her, instead of her inheriting it, the children inheriting it, but from the age 60 years old when the house was inherited, roughly, there's not much life. I'm not saying there's not much life left, but like there's going to be a quicker turnaround from mom inheriting it to child inheriting it instead of just giving it to the child and then, hey, mom, the house was given to us for obvious reasons. You can live with us, so you have somewhere to live, obviously.
So
just get rid of the fucking brother and the honestly, for me, call the fucking cops before it becomes an issue.
Yeah. Make sure you get an order of protection on that brother.
No, fuck that. Hey, my brother's selling coke out of my fucking house.
Yeah, or attempting to.
Come
right?
fucking get him. Because if you don't bring that up, that's gonna bite you in the ass in the long run, even if you evict him.
So, yeah, I feel like this mom has unrighteous claims to the property. And that's derivative of maybe it was in-laws that passed and... so we'll say like, all right, so no mention of dad. Yeah. So we said it was a grandparent, right? So we're going to assume that grandparents were on the dad side of family, not on the mom side of family. So their mom feel this unrighteous like claim to this property because, oh, my husband's parents left it to you. That to me that's what this situation is screaming to me right now, is that there's this animosity. There's this like, oh, it should have went to me. I've done renovations over the years. Like the idea of the 71-year-old saying, just sign the house over to me is fucking nuts. Like that is crazy.
You're gonna die in 2 years. Calm down.
Yeah. Like this is ridiculous. The idea of the brother being around, that's a no-go. That's, it almost feels silly to say, but that's ridiculous. That's no-go. That's, those are charges waiting to happen. Your house is already, on a list of being like a fucking frequent drop site, right? So, yeah, I think this is just a family of fools. Like, yes, in the way that OP is
family
painted,
of fucking.
Yeah, that's so like the way that OP has painted this picture has definitely it's on purpose. I don't like this OP. This is definitely painted in a way of, how do I give only my perspective as much as humanly possible? How do I cut out, long story short, how do I cut out impertinent details, right? This would not be at all the fucking idea if, and again, maybe if this did happen, I'm going to assume it didn't, because you said there's no mortgage. And 13 years is a short time to pay off a mortgage. When you're late 20s, early 30s is roughly the age I pinned them, maybe late 30s.
The house would have had to have been paid off prior to an inheritance, or like fucking damn close.
Yes.
For 13 years to go by
with the inheritance,
mortgage.
right? As well.
Yeah. Like there was some money there that paid off the house. Yeah.
Yeah. Not to be, not to continue to overly shit on the OP. I don't like this OP. I don't. You are purposely spinning this fucking story. You are purposely making easy targets. Yes, my brother's a drug
What if
addict.
it is what he says it is? Like, what if it is face value?
I believe OP is she, unless OP is gay and has a husband, which is A-okay. But it's that's
I guess
which
it's irrelevant. Yeah, I guess.
But so I'm just gonna refer to OP as they. It can be as simple as they are putting it out there, but it's not. And here's why I say that, is that maybe it's a family of fools who doesn't realize the complexity of this, right? I've had those, we see all the time, right? People who win a scratch off, win $1 million and, and throw their lives away. Inheritance, honest to God, is almost like that because they are inheriting and receiving so much, either property, funds, whatever it might be. They're receiving so much on a gain in these situations where it is that complex. It is that deep, regardless if OP wants to spin it. OP has left out the idea of equity, has allowed mom to do renovations, even though that's a slippery slope. Like all of this is just.
I would like to know what these renovations are.
I would also like to know
when
that as well.
They came about.
Yeah, was the renovations the idea of an in-law suite, right? And if it is, that increased a lot of equity. Buy her the fuck out and then kick her out, right? That's only right.
Because that renovation is essentially just creating it's like building a tiny home attached to said house.
And that goes far. That goes really far, especially in property value. Honest to God, I think this is just a family of idiots. I think OP is painting a picture where, they've just been clinging to me, and it's not. It's not. You're continuing. You've only benefited from them.
There's been some enabling here.
You've allowed your brother, who's too young and dumb to know, to sign off on his equity. You've allowed your mom to renovate. We don't know what renovations are. Without, you haven't had a mortgage. Like at some point, like you are the fucking problem, and they have their hands out because you've allowed them, to give you. You've allowed their hands to be extended at one point and have taken money from them. So not the asshole in how, and this eviction, not the asshole in, removing them from the equation, but you are an asshole.
For enabling it.
And for not doing your role as a good, member of this family, a good sibling and a good child. That's definitely like, you look inward, you fuck them over. You especially fucked your brother over.
Would you like to say hi to Ella? She's bothering me.
Yeah.
Over it. All right, come here, Ella.
Hi, little child.
Say hello to your godfather. No.
She's so shy now.
Yeah. Oh, she's hungry. Okay. You spiel what you want about this one. Even start the next one. I'll catch up and read if you want. Let me go grab.
Yeah. Sounds good. I'm gonna switch to. I'm actually gonna look one up while we do this. All right. So, that being said, what do y'all think? Because that one's interesting. That one has a lot going on. Let's see. We're going to see a lot of Christmas ones. We're going to see a lot of present ones. I'm going to try to avoid that. I do apologize. Apparently the thread I was using prior are determined MID assholes, which I almost just don't like that preconceived notion being there. I know Lyric says it doesn't bother him, but for me, I don't like the idea of seeing that there. I don't want any skewedness in this. Let's see. Ooh, this looks messy. I like this one. Am I the asshole for calling the police on a bride's relatives in a bridal shop? Done. Let's do it. Holy shit! I signed myself up for something. I signed us up for something. But yeah, Impulse, Mena, K, Monkey, Livin. What do you all think? Because that last one is still not the asshole, but I just don't like the little bit of weaponizing competence with it all. So this one was posted today, 13 hours ago, by Amber K. Dash. Am I the asshole for calling the police on a bride's relatives in a bridal shop? A few years ago, a few years ago, I was working in a bridal shop that made customized wedding dresses. One day, a bride came to us 6 months before her wedding and asked us to make her wedding dress. We accepted her order and began the process. At her request, we booked her first fitting for 2 months before the wedding day. That seems dangerous. I haven't planned a wedding, but that seems already 2 months before. I feel like I feel like that's really cutting things tight. That's just me though. About a week before that booked fitting, the bride came to the shop unexpectedly with 2 other ladies. They asked to see the wedding dress. At that time, the dress had just arrived from the tailor and was in the store, but it was not ready to be presented. We hadn't checked it properly. Some loose threads still needed to be cut, and it hadn't been steamed. Normally, we always tidy and prepare the dress before showing it to the client. Absolutely understandable. Agree with all of that. You don't ask the butcher to see the animal before the cut. I explained that the dress was not ready and told them it was not available to view yet. However, the 2 ladies insisted. They went to our stock rack and started looking through the dresses themselves. Every dress on the rack was clearly labeled with the bride's name and wedding date. So they quickly found it and opened it without permission. Already, what the hell is wrong with these people? Come
What
back and long story short, bride ordered dress, showed up a week before the first fitting with two relatives. Was told they can't see the dress until they do the preparation for the first fitting because it's not as clean when they get it in.
Right.
And these 2 relatives took it upon themselves to run to the rack and look through all the names and dresses and whatnot. And essentially is hunting for the dress, even despite being told, no, it's not ready to be viewed for the first fitting yet.
What's the title of this one?
Am I the asshole for calling the police on a bride's relatives in the bridal shop?
So I'm assuming that the person who posted this owns the bridal shop or works there.
Works. We're assuming works. Yeah, it says I was working at a bridal shop. Yeah. So already we're off to like, this is a really cut and dry one. This is a longer cut and dry one, but this is just, the bride isn't even being a bridezilla. Family members are being bridezillas. They ran over to this fucking rack before the dress was prepped for the first fitting. Yes, they have it in, but they have raw material, right? Like we don't know. Part of it is Lyric that, loose threads need to be cleaned up. When they get it in, is not fitting ready. The bridal shop has to clean the edges, so to speak.
I know how a fucking goddamn wedding dress works.
I didn't. So
there's a very obvious reason why I do and you don't.
yeah.
But no. Okay, now I'm caught up. Okay, yeah. Already call them. Call the cops. Fuck them.
So I'm right here at I was completely shocked by how rude this was paragraph. I will reread this though. So they quickly found it and opened it without permission. I was completely shocked by how rude this was. The dress was, of course, unfinished because the first fitting hadn't happened yet. Seeing it in this state, the 2 ladies became very upset and disappointed. They panicked, saying the dress looked incomplete and that the wedding was only 2 months away. From our professional point of view, there was plenty of time for fittings and alterations. The 2 women appeared to be the bride's cousins. The bride herself was calm and kind. We had already several consultations, built a good relationship, and she trusted us. These cousins, however, were new to us, and it seemed the bride didn't really want to come with them, but felt pressure to do so. They continue criticizing.
Wait, so the bride's there with them?
Yeah, the bride is there with them, probably telling them to stop doing it, and hey, cut it out. Hey, cut it out. They continue criticizing the dress and stressing themselves out. An hour and a half passed. Long time, damn. And it was time for us to close the shop. I politely asked them to leave and remind them that they could see everything properly on the scheduled fitting day. They refused to leave. I did not know what to do, so I called my boss. She suggested the same thing. Asked them to come on the booked fitting day. They still refused to leave, so my boss told me to call the police, so I did. The 2 cousins became furious, and even the bride asked me, "Do you really have to do this?" Shortly after, they left angrily. Later, the bride called us and said she no longer wanted the dress and would look for another dressmaker. Sometime after that, I found out she couldn't find anyone else to make the dress. The gown we were creating for her was truly a dream dress. I still feel sorry for the bride. Things could have been different if they had simply come to the shop on their booked fitting day. She could have worn her dream dress on the wedding day. This one's cut and dry. Holy shit. This is not the asshole.
So where did the
Yep. Go ahead.
hold on? Fuck Spotty Buffer duet, whatever it's fucking name is.
already, man.
Fuck that. Oh, damn, you quick on it. I guess when you're not playing games, it's easier for you to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So the bride wanted the dress,
Yep.
and then the cousins were being dickheads, and then somehow between the bride's cousins being dickheads, the bride was like, "Fuck this dress."
So it was so they showed up a week early, right? Like I said, unprepped. The dress was not ready to be seen. They continued to harass the store. And it wasn't until they were like, okay, it's closing time. It's been an hour and a half. I'm going to get the police involved or leave. And that's when the bride finally grew a pair and said, except the pair was directed at the wrong party and said, do you really have to do this? I'm canceling the order.
Don't you still have to fucking pay for it regardless?
Yeah, there's still a deposit. She probably lost it. Not only did she lose it, and then it sounds like she couldn't find anyone else to do it. This sounds like this. Not only is the store not the asshole, this bride is a fucking idiot and is letting her family walk all over her, and then is upset with the store for having, like, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to do the preparations right there, the alterations right there?
Why are they even there a fucking week early?
That's what I mean. It sounds like her cousins are bridezillas, and she's enabling it by not putting her foot down and going, no, we wait until the day of the first fitting. That's why you have a first fitting. So I think the bride...
How'd they know the dress was in?
They didn't. They ran over
They just showed up.
They showed up and they ran to the rack.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
What a... Jesus.
Yeah, this is another one. The whole family is dumb. I really wish some bloodlines would look back and go, you know, this is your ancestor. They were so fucking dumb. They shouldn't have reproduced, but we're here now, so we should be smarter.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah, no.
The fuck?
Yeah, I get feeling sorry for the bride, but the bride, what collateral stupid damage was this? Like, are you seriously going to call the cops on my cousins for harassing you for an hour and a half?
Your wedding dress doesn't, it being your wedding dress doesn't excuse the fucking harassment and terrible behavior inside an establishment that I own / work at. No, this is not how that works.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I'm going to call the cops. Fuck them.
Like, if I fucking had someone like, oh, you have a checking account with me, and then you show up right before closing and you're like, oh, I don't know, I want you to service it and do a billion things, I still will absolutely kick you out. I don't even care if you're a regular. I tell them, I'm like,
You'd kick me out?
I have had to do it. I'll keep you.
Well, you kick me out of all people.
You I would probably just say, hey, we're gonna close with you in it, and you and I just leave at the same time. Like that would be a different story. But you know what I mean? It's like, just because you're doing business does not mean you're entitled to their fucking time. You're entitled to their lives. They have other customers. You're not the only fucking people. To show up before the fitting, to demand services, to then be critiquing an unfinished product, like, all of this is just, you're dumb, your family's dumb, and that's why you didn't get the dress you wanted.
And I'm assuming I mean, two months out, having the dress and coming in for your fitting, you easily could have gotten all that shit done prior to the wedding, but now you got to go find another dress, wait for it to come in and do the fitting, let it get tailored. At this point, you don't have a dress for your wedding.
Yeah. 2 months before. Yeah. That means suck it up. Like, that's just, yeah. And I think you were right, by the way. These seem a little parallel-esque to...
Well, it's like YouTube. When you fucking click on a video and you look down on the side, it shows you all the ones related to it. And then somehow you get down a rabbit hole. 1 minute you're watching a video about cars, next minute you're watching how to fucking rebuild fucking the Aztec Empire, but you're literally just trying to watch videos on how to do an engine swap. It's weird how that works.
There's this one right here. This seems messy. Am I the asshole for bailing on my friend's wedding after she uninvited me? So I'm going to...
Wait, so she bailed on her friend's wedding, but she uninvited her anyway. So how is it bailing?
This one's a little bit longer one, but do we want to just wrap on this one? This one seems meaty enough for us to wrap on.
What are the other ones you have? Because I see one that says for taking selfies, and I'm legitimately curious.
You want to do that one? We can do this one.
No, these are old people. I don't want to hear about old people take selfies.
Yeah, I was about to say F48.
As soon as I saw 50
I'm like,
and 48, I was like, Old people taking selfies. Nah, I'm done. Yeah, we can do this one.
All right,
we
cool,
can do
cool, cool.
that.
I'm like, you can
Bailey.
grow up a little. There's what you can fucking do. Your retirement's right there. So
I don't even take selfies. I'm 30.
I've been trying to take more. I just say that not selfies, but just more pictures in general. So 4 months ago, posted by individual_while2759. Am I the asshole for bailing on my friend's wedding after she tried to uninvited me because of my appearance?
All right, let's take a pause.
We're
here.
already bad. We're off to a fucking rough start here.
If you're gonna come to the internet, with two things: either one, don't type how you speak; two, copy the whole thing, throw it into fucking Copilot because it's fucking free, and tell them to fucking rewrite it
Or
with
your
proper
phone's
sentence
notes.
structure.
Your phone's notes.
Fucking
it will-
easy. Your phone, fucking
Oh.
iPhones and Androids will also do that. You highlight it, and it'll auto construct it so it reads well. 4 months ago, all right, come on.
What's
Come
the
on.
line in Cat in the Hat? Because she's ugly and stupid, or something like that.
The Mike Myers cat in the
Yes,
Hat?
yeah. Anything.
That's such a great movie.
Good movie. So here I'm gonna reread it, and I'm gonna try my best for proper English here. Am I the asshole for bailing on my friend's wedding after she tried to uninvite me because of my appearance? I, 25 female, and my friend, 27 female, have been friends since college. My friend is getting married, and I'm super
for like a
happy
year.
for her. Yeah, fuck. and I'm super happy for her. She seems really happy. A bit of info on me. My hair is neon pink. It has been neon pink since liberal high school, and it probably will
Say
be
liberal?
until... Yeah, it says literal. Fuck, you got me. Sorry. Wow.
Like, that's a fucking wild high school to
Yeah,
be liberal and let her
yeah,
have neon
bright,
pink
bright
hair.
color in high school. I was like, yeah, that flies. That checks out. Since literal high school, and it probably will be until I'm 80. I have tattoos. I'm very pale. My eyes are very green. I'm also 5'11". Monkey, I have one for you. I tend to stand out a lot.
Is
and
he here?
I'm cool. Yeah, I think he fell asleep. At 2 minutes and or 2 hours 4 minutes. I'm gonna send this to Tyler. I tend to stand out a lot, and I'm cool with that. I always thought my friend was cool with that, but she's clearly not. There's 6 of us in total. My friend, the bride, basically gave us a few color swatches and some inspo. It was, dude, she types how she talks. This is killing me. And it was like, find something cute. So we all did.
How do you assume she sounds like that?
I mean, fucking
Nasally?
maybe. So we all did, and of course we showed them to her, and she loved them all, so we bought them. The wedding from now is in 3 weeks. Look at this. The wedding from now
3
is in
weeks,
3
right?
weeks, right? Like, come on. You're typing this, not talking this. This is rough. This is probably this is killing my potential ASMR career of just, reading, or my Audible career. My friend was come on. And my friend was like, I want to see everyone together in their bridesmaid dresses. And there's her in her wedding dress just to see the vision. And we were all like, sure. So we all went to her mom's house.
Wait, so are these bridesmaids?
These are
Or are they
bridesmaids.
just random friends?
These are bridesmaids, it seems.
Okay.
So we all went to her mom's house where they're keeping the dress and did a whole try on thing. And I thought it was all super beautiful. The colors blended together beautifully, and my friend looked so damn pretty and radiant. However,
Give you A for the adjectives. Radiant.
thank you. Yeah,
Good
that was solid. That was solid. However, the day after this little try on fun moment, my friend gave me a call. She was like, "Hey, can you come over to her and her fiance's house?" I said, "Sure."
Can you just come over?
Yeah,
That's it.
I'm fucking.
Sentence.
I'm so sorry. I sound illiterate.
No,
and
not you. No,
I
not
know,
you. I'm
I
saying
know,
like
I
the
know.
person typing it.
I do apologize
Fuck.
for our audio only listeners. Sorry. To her and her fiance's house, I said sure. So I went there, and she was like, "I thought everyone looked so beautifully yesterday, but you really do stand out a lot." And I really didn't know what to say because it's always been the way. It's always been that way. She's only ever known me with all my tattoos and my pink hair and being tall, so I don't know what that's like, a shocking thing. Why that's a shocking thing. I asked her what the problem was, and she basically said, Yeah, you know, I don't want any attention taken away from me on my special day. Bro. By the way, that's an actual typed bro. So I'm one more time.
with a fucking emoji.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
We
worry.
can
So
tell you're 25.
I'm going. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
Please.
The bride. Hey, it's the bride's wedding. Hey, fuck it. I mean, she's allowed to fucking say fuck it.
She is allowed
She's
to.
well within her rights. However, I'm also going to speak on behalf of the OP.
Mhm.
If the bride knew this from the fucking start,
Yep.
why did you ask this bitch to be your fucking bridesmaid?
Well, maybe it was a little bit of a. Once seeing everything on and everyone
That
assembled.
doesn't change shit.
It
It doesn't
does.
matter. You know she has tattoos and pink hair. You know, no matter what, that bright pink hair is gonna
Yeah.
stand out regardless
yeah,
of
yeah.
what dress you fucking put her in. Black one, white one, red one, green one, blue one, yellow one. Doesn't fucking matter what color dress you're putting this girl in. She has bright pink fucking hair.
Yeah.
She's going to stand out.
Yeah.
That alone right there should have been like, wow, that's going to draw a lot of attention. Two options. Hey, would you love to be one of my bridesmaid? I really like you to be a bridesmaid. However, the pink hair is going to attract a lot of attention. Would you be willing to wear a wig?
Yeah.
For just the wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. All right, cool. You can be a bridesmaid.
Or just
If
for
not
pictures,
cool-
just for ceremony, maybe.
Yeah, like
you know.
just for the pictures in the ceremony. Like after that, take it the fuck off. If the OP has a problem with it, then cool. The OP has a problem with it. Fucking find somebody else or have one less fucking bridesmaid.
Yeah.
No one's gonna fucking bat an eye over it because at the end of the day, no one cares if you have fucking one bridesmaid or fucking 100.
Yeah.
They're there for you and they're for you two getting married, not for fucking
No
the amount
kidding.
of bridesmaids. No one cares about the venue. No one cares about, you know, how well everything went. All they care about is you two getting married. Like fuck all that extra shit.
I'm in full
like-
agreement. I'll spin this another way is that like as a friend, you also don't want to upshow. Like this is your friend's wedding. You don't want to upshow them. But it doesn't sound like she's doing anything but being herself. So that mindset here really isn't that applicable. But I have seen it where it's like, you know, mother-in-law shows up wearing a white dress, you know, like clearly trying to upstage the
No,
bride.
at that point, she deserves to get shot. Fuck
yeah,
that.
yeah. I don't think that mindset here is applicable, but yeah, the fact that like it's been that way for so long,
And she's known that, and she still was willing
yeah,
to bring her in and then bitch about it.
exactly,
Because
exactly.
that's the issue I have is like, how are you going to bring her in knowing she has all this shit? Like
Yeah.
the tattoo's fucking cool, whatever. Who
Whatever.
cares? It's
They're
the
fine.
pink hair.
It's the yeah,
pink
it is
hair.
the hair. Like let's be honest, here. It's definitely the hair.
Like you knew that, and you still asked her, and then you wanted to get mad at it. What, like weeks before the fucking wedding?
Yeah,
Does it
that's
say
where
3
I'm
weeks?
like, yeah. Oh, is it 3 weeks? Yes, yeah. You it says it right there. 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's no. Like you knew that. Like you, I don't want to say the bride fucked herself, but the bride full on knew the
I
whole
don't think
time.
the bride
and
even likes
neglected.
her. I don't even think they're actually friends. I think this is one of
Yeah,
those
they've been friends
woman
since college. That was
relationships.
like a year ago.
Yeah, this is one.
Yeah,
of
like they're fucking college dorm roommates, so they have nothing better to do than to be fucking friends.
That's
and
exactly
Women
the-
are terrible at fucking being friends.
don't want to.
Well, dudes, if you and I if two random dudes get thrown in a dorm room, they're best friends for the rest of life. You throw two women in a fucking dorm room together, they're friends up until they fucking graduate, or one of them fucking drops out, or whatever it may be. That's
or
it.
a situation like this where it's like, hey, the secret
Yes.
thing I've hated about you all this time is coming to light.
And it's only like women of that age. Like once they get past that age, like they'll be friends with fucking anybody. They're just like dudes at that point.
So here I'm going to. So, bro, I was kind of annoyed already at that point, but then she had the audacity to ask if I could literally dye my hair a normal color for her wedding and to find sleeves so my tattoos would be less visible. And I was like, fuck no, I'm not doing that.
Pause.
Yeah. Yeah. So the
This
tattoos
is
are
where-
a thing.
this is
The
where-
tattoos are a thing. Look at that.
The tattoos are a problem, but I wouldn't. If Kaylee said they were a problem, I'd be like, all right, cool, we'll figure it out. But if she didn't, I'd be like, cool with the tattoos. But I want to interject here
Mhm.
because the OP kind of indirectly kind of brought up what I had said earlier. The fucking bride said dye hair normal color. Instead of saying fuck no, I'm not doing that, say I would be willing to wear a wig during
this is a
the
jump.
ceremony.
This is a jump.
Like she didn't have to fucking, unless she's like that die hard about her fucking hair, she didn't have to fucking end it in an absolute. She could have been like, not willing to dye my hair. It is kind of my thing. However, I'm more than happy to get a wig to go over it for the ceremony. But she just, I think she indirectly caused the wedge when she could have used that question that the bride asked as a way to start compromising instead of just throwing everything away.
Yeah, this was a request and an overcorrection in one go. This was a jump. Here I'll pick up. We got
sorry.
So actually, hold on. No, I will. I'm gonna join in you. The whole tattoos thing, like, what the fuck? Why? Like, you clearly had precedented goals or expectations that were not vocalized. Like usually, I think Lyric, you nailed it on the head. Is like, this should have been talked about eons ago. This shouldn't be talked about 3 weeks ago. Not 3
if she
weeks
wants
before.
this bitch to find sleeves, and she's got to find sleeves for all the other bridesmaids. Otherwise, then she's going to run into the issue. Oh, this bridesmaid looks different, so everyone's going to be focused on how this one looks fucking different with sleeves, and none of them.
Why
none of them else.
Why
do.
is she wearing
So
latex
you're creating
on her
your own
arm?
problem.
Yeah, why is she wearing fucking spandex on her arm?
Yeah, Todd. When me and Kaylee get married, you gotta brother, you gotta get rid of them tattoos.
Shit, laser removal, 6 treatments, 30 grand. I can do it.
Yeah, you got a month.
You got. Yeah, I'll just start boiling my skin. I don't know, fucking make do. We got into a big argument, and she yelled at me for not caring about her and blah blah. And her husband had to literally drag her off, and I just left. I sent her a text saying I wasn't going if I wasn't welcomed. And she's been blowing up my phone, just begging me to do this for her and that she really wants me to be there. But if you don't want me there as I am, I don't want to be there. Am I the asshole?
Okay, so it sounds like... Oh, go ahead. Read the closing statement.
Am I the asshole here for considering just bailing entirely?
It doesn't sound like she was almost uninvited. It sounded like the bride was willing to make a compromise in any sort of way, and the bride and the friend, the OP, shut that shit down immediately and said, "Fuck it, I don't want to be there." But the bride was trying to find a
given though.
I don't think. Well, because like, think about it.
Dye your hair or put tattoo sleeves on. Like, that was it.
Yeah. So like, so if I said, "Hey Todd, if you want to be in my wedding, I need you to get rid of those tattoos and I need you to dye your fucking hair. Can't be having you have that fucking black hair. It's got to be whatever the fuck. It's got to be brown or whatever, right?" And you say, "Fuck no." You already shut down any sort of compromise, right? Because I gave you my solution to the problem, and instead of willingly coming to me to compromise, you said, "Fuck no," thus giving me the perception that you're not willing to compromise or change anything at all. Whereas you could have been like, more than happy to wear a jacket instead of doing the short, like, because some people like don't have the groomsmen wear fucking jackets. They just wear like the shirt, suspenders, or whatever. They don't wear jackets, but regardless. Like, you'd be like, I'd be more than happy we could wear long sleeve shirts instead of short sleeve shirts, right? And I think it would be cool if we got fucking peakies, the hat that fucking Thomas Shelby wears, to cover my hair and everybody. Then we don't have to worry about it. It's an extra maybe couple $100 out of everyone's fucking pocket. Call it a fucking day. We all look the same. I don't have to fucking change. It still looks nice. It still looks classy. Oh, okay. Cool with the long sleeves. Don't know about the peakies. What if we try this hat? Or what if we just get a cheap fucking wig for like $10 at Walmart? Like, you willingly invited compromise when I gave you my initial, this is what I want. What do you think? But then you countered it with something else, and then we come to a solution. She didn't do that. The OP didn't do that. She just said, fuck off. Didn't even willingly want to hear a compromise, and then subjectively uninvited herself because it's like, oh, well, if you don't want me as I am, then I don't want to be there. It's like, she's not uninviting you. She was just asking if you could do one simple thing on her fucking day. It's her
Sure.
fucking wedding.
Sure.
And you're telling her, fuck no, not even trying to make a compromise, and then uninviting yourself just because she can't accept you for who you are on her fucking day.
I'm going to pivot almost against that point because, you know, we're thinking of this like the theoretical you gave me was people who have, I'm going to say, a much better relationship. You know, you and I, for example, like that's rationale. I'm viewing this as like, this is some last second, almost like Bridezilla shit. You invited your friend with tattoos. You should have at the very beginning of this process said the hair and the tattoos, you know, lose them. I'm going to use lose them as like just as a phrase here. I'm not actually.
Yeah.
But
there's no way she's getting rid of tattoos before a wedding 3 weeks away.
We don't know. Like this bride, I think, is pretending to be willing to compromise, is pretending to be willing to adjust. But I'm getting a lot of Bridezilla vibes of, you know, like isn't good at communicating.
I'm not getting Bridezilla vibes because she said, could you dye your hair? Not you need to dye your hair.
Yeah, but here's
so
the thing.
could is giving that open ed unless she's using, you know, a psychological tactics like I want to make it seem like it's something you want to do, but in reality, I want you to do it. You have no choice.
That I understand.
She doesn't seem smart enough.
I feel like there's a little bit of play here. There's a little gray area because, yeah, the way OP is spinning it, there was no talk of compromise. There was no one. I feel the talk of compromise should have been said or should have been had forever and a half ago, right? As soon as even the idea of colors being thrown in, that's when that should have happened. This feels like just an immature group. This might be one of those, like, there's not one asshole in this situation. Now, what's not included, for example, is the idea of, you know, the bride texted after post this argument, said she really wants to be there, but we don't know what else the message said. Like, I really want you to be there, but if you don't do the options that I gave you, you know, don't come. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the OP would fucking have put that in there because it sounds like the OP, like, I'm not saying the bride is the only one to blame in the situation. I feel like there is some level of fault to the OP. The OP is trying to make it seem like, just from reading it, it seems like the OP is trying to force everyone's hand that the bride is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of left out variables. Like,
yeah, she
said, could you dye your hair and do that? Like, she didn't give the whole conversation. The whole conversation was, and then for her to immediately go, fuck no. Yeah, you know, I don't want my attention taken away from me on my special day. Yeah. That is a valid request. That is a valid statement. It is valid. But what was said between those two things?
Yeah.
Other than could you dye your hair? Like, how did that convert? Like, what was between could you dye your hair and it is my special day? Other than fuck no. Like, was there any sort of like attempts at the bride to compromise, even though it sounded like OP wanted to just shut that shit down regardless? Like, I agree. How did the rest of the conversation go?
Sure.
With I want you there, my special, like, I want you there, but like, I don't think there's anything else in those conversations that if they were added in would make the bride seem worse. I feel like if anything, it would just make the OP seem like shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I am kind of with you there. This is one of those situations. It's not a fun one. You know, you don't want to be outshined on your wedding day, but you also don't want to lose a piece of yourself.
Less, I'm not gonna lie.
But also, like, I don't know. For me, this might be like a different, you know, coming from a man. But I've had my hair dyed different colors. When I went to prom, I'm just gonna give an example. I had purple fucking
in your
hair.
Fake badge, Timmy.
Not fake badge. So
it was real heavy.
No. I know it was a fake badge. I didn't put it there. So I had purple hair. I had tattoos. I actually went out of my way and I dyed my hair back to black because I didn't want my girlfriend, my date at that time, to look back and then see me.
God, don't rest her soul.
So see me.
Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud?
To see me with stupid fucking hair. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It was fun. But like, I think there's a big difference here between the tattoos and I think in the hair. And that's maybe where OP is losing me. Because like, yeah, I wanted my ex at that time to have good pictures, whether, you know, we were to stay together forever or the clear, you know, end point, which is what, you know, the life I am living now. Right. And that's perfectly okay. But to look back, I didn't want pictures to be ruined for that day. I can't go back to high school. So again, I didn't want my hair to be faded purple with some exposed bleach. Like I went, you know, got it dyed black, got a haircut for the day. You know, I feel like this would definitely be a different fucking topic. You know, if this was men and if this was woman of this age, but yeah, it seems both of them are just, the bride to me does seem a little Bridezilla-esque. The OP is being a little unreasonable. It's just one of those like, yeah, you can wear a wig for the ceremony and for pictures. I think that's perfectly okay. Get that the fuck out of there. The tattoos, covering the tattoos. Okay, no. Like if I was at, for example, like a Muslim wedding, right? Like where it's sacrilege. Sure. Long sleeves, I would get it. If flat out you just didn't like me having tattoos,
I'm telling you right now, if you go to a Muslim wedding, you are one. I don't know why you're being invited, but if you do go, you're probably gonna die.
Friends. I got Muslim friends. I don't know what you're
okay. Impulse thought it was funny. Impulse thought it was funny.
I think he's laughing at your stupid fucking picture changing. Is what he was.
That's what I'm saying. Like Impulse.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Context. Yeah. He thought it was funny.
But yeah, like it's just like it's a one person's a rock, one person's a hard place. Yeah, OP should not have stormed out, but you know, the bride should have asked way earlier in this process. That way they could have had it out way, because wigs aren't cheap.
Something as simple. Bitch, go to Party City. You just need a black fucking wig for fucking 45-minute wedding for a goddamn wedding ceremony.
No one wants to be in a Party City fucking wig, but I get what you mean.
Brother, you think, how many wedding ceremonies have you been to that were longer than 20 fucking minutes? You show up, right? You sit down. Honestly, the people sitting waiting, you're waiting longer than the fucking ceremony happens. Like you're sitting there waiting. All right, cool. Fucking music fucking plays. Yep. The goddamn flower girl fucking whatever comes in. The fucking bridesmaids and the groomsmen fucking come in and do their fucking hop skippity jump down the fucking aisle. Then the groom comes down, right? And then the fucking bride comes down, you know, after maybe, you know, a brief, you know, 10-second pause to like drop the music and let fucking the fancy bride song play.
Let it happen.
She comes down with her fucking dad or whoever's fucking, you know, giving her away. Boom, that happens. Fucking ring bearers chilling by the fucking groomsmen or whatever, or fucking whatever. Maybe there is no ring bearer, but regardless, fucking, and the whole time the fucking, you know, the Pope standing right there, fucking waiting to be like, and now like, here's your vows, unless they wrote their own vows, then obviously, but still, fucking 20 minutes. Fucking $5, $10 wig at fucking Party City will get the job fucking done. The goddamn reception where you're all eating, drinking, telling embarrassing stories and getting fucking pissed drunk, doing the cha-cha slide. By the way, white people, you look like fucking shit when you do the cha-cha slide hammered. Stop it. Stop that shit. Also, you suck at the Cupid Shuffle, but I digress. Fucking 20 minutes.
Okay.
Party City wig. Okay. Good to go.
Lots of fucking in that wedding. Yeah.
That probably happened too. I don't think it's a bold request to be asking last minute, because it is something that could be fixed so cheap, and still being 3 weeks away. It's something that can be fixed cheaply and quickly. I will agree that it should have been brought up sooner.
Yeah.
If it was an issue that, you know, the bride was going to have at a time. I don't think it's a big of an issue to uninvite yourself and storm out when it could have been something that was overlooked.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you've planned a wedding before. I have not. Because me and Kaylee got married in a fucking courthouse, and we were going to actually have a whole big thing. We were going to have a whole big thing on our 5-year anniversary, but it just so happened that Ella was born and kind of sucked all the money out of that, so that didn't happen. But I digress. There can be a lot of oversight, okay? So at the time she wanted her friend there, didn't really think, oh, the hair. And then finally, as like the wedding's around the corner, everything's solidified, said and done, it's calming down. You just have to prep for the big day and you're good to go. It's probably something that just came up last fucking minute. And it was like, hey, Can we address this? Fuck no, we're not addressing this. It sounds to me like the OP is just a fucking bitch. There, I said it.
I think this is both. I think this is a both one. Not the asshole.
I think you've
but
never
also
had a wedding, so you don't know.
No, I'm the best man in 2 of them coming up, and I'm already over it.
All
But
Christians, that's right.
I don't know. The whole this was an oversight. I'm going to tell you right now, it was not an oversight.
How do you know that though?
Because of how fucking women plan weddings is so goddamn meticulous.
Think about how women plan in general.
They can plan decor, which is really what most of the wedding is, like to the umpteenth degree. And right there as a bridesmaid, you are just a decor. You're sentient decor. So that's what I mean. Like, this was thought about. It was a private conversation because they knew it was a bigger deal. They asked in, confidence of their house because they knew there was going to be a reaction. So,
okay, but how many times have you been like, oh, I'm going to bring this issue up with this person, and then you forget? And how many times a day do you go, oh, I should text Lyric, or I go, oh, I should text fucking Cash, and it doesn't fucking happen?
We think different.
Now, how many times do you wake up and go, oh, I haven't talked to this dude in forever, I'm gonna text him, and you never fucking do, and then like a week later, you're like, oh, I said I was gonna text this dude today or call him or whatever, like the other day, like totally fucking forgot. Like,
yeah, but
I want her to be in the wedding.
Different. That's different.
Being in
Why do you feel
weddings
attacked,
and
Caleb?
planning to, because I said women can't fucking plan. Kaylee does a pretty good job of planning. It's just the plans are just way too convoluted sometimes. Just make them simpler, please.
I'm just gonna say, this it's a mixed bag, right? I don't even think these friends are friends. Let me just phrase it like,
They said college. They're 25 and 27.
Yeah.
They're friends for like 2 years at most.
Exactly that. That's what I mean. Like, I don't think they are friends. I don't.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. I don't think that they're as tight as they imagine themselves to be. I think that communication should.
Well, no offense to women, that's kind of fucking how they are as friends. Oh, you're cool. You're cool. We're best as friends forever. 3 weeks later, you fucking ate my fucking last cookie. All fault, pimp. Now they hate each other.
Yeah, yeah. And so that's what I mean.
But this is like college age friends, is what I'm saying. Like college age women. This is not like all women. Just college age in high school.
So
specifically.
I'm gonna say they're both the asshole, and I don't like how.
Who's the bigger asshole?
Who's the bigger asshole? That's where you and I are going to differ. I'm going to say bride. I will say bride.
I'm saying OP because just by reading it, it sounds like she left out whatever information she could.
Yeah, well,
that makes the bride sound more of a bitch than she actually is. Because who knows? Maybe this was brought up.
Yeah, yeah. Or a civil. Let's see if there's an update. Actually, I'm kind of curious. If there was a civil conversation.
But you got to remember, they had that fucking the whole try-on thing, right? You don't think not a single fucking person that was there, the bride, the mom, whoever the fuck was there, was like,
ooh,
that pink hair really fucking stands out.
Yeah, yeah.
There was probably like a brief conversation, and it was like, well, I mean, oh, we can pick it up later. Brings her over to a private thing because it could have gotten a little heated there, and they didn't want to fucking have that conversation in heat right there in front of everyone.
Or an inkling.
So they made it so they made it private at a later date, and then it blew. So sounds to me like the OP is trying to make the bride seem like more of a piece of shit than she actually is. And she's the one trying.
That I will agree, because this gets fucking told like a 20-year-old trying to only spill their perspective. Oh, I've had this hair since literal high school. I've only met one person, by the way, who their hair color is like damn near like truly a part of them. So like that, I do resonate.
You name names, or are you just gonna leave it out to dry?
I'm just gonna say her name's Danielle. I'm gonna leave it there. She has been on stream before. But it's been years. But yeah, like, so when she had to dye her hair for her job, I was like, oh damn, like this kind of hurts. But I think at one point she has
agree with me now. You're starting to agree with me a little more now, huh?
No, but I was saying, well, no, it's sad to see that part of persona lost.
No, I mean that. Yeah, that I can agree. Like,
but she was willing to wear wigs. I think she told me about that. Like she did have to do it. So yeah, I think it's just like two people unwilling to compromise.
I think it's the OP unwilling to compromise, and she's trying to paint the bride to be. It sounds like she's trying to paint the bride to be a bitch because she just doesn't want to do anything to her hair, regardless of if it's a wig, dyeing it, fucking, albeit buzz cutting it fucking off.
Sure.
Like it just sounds like the way that she started it and the way that she continued throughout it made it seem like she's not willing to compromise in any aspect when it comes to her hair.
Yep.
And so she's going to paint a picture of the bride to get sympathy for not wanting to change her hair. One.
Yep.
I love my fucking hair. I love doing the flat top. I love doing shit like that. But like, the Army's regulations on hairstyle is a little bit different than fucking the Marine Corps. So like, I got to be very careful with how I do my hair. It's also kind of why I got away from the flat top. It's okay. It's just I couldn't do it as tall as I liked it. So I said, fuck it. I'll just do like a controlled nappy.
It was so tall.
Dude, it was tall.
It was tall.
So now it's more of like a controlled nappy sort of thing. And I'm using that as an example because you brought up the flat top earlier.
Yeah.
So it's like you can compromise. Like the flat top was at one point my identity. Most people would argue, right? So like when I got rid of it, everyone was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" You know, like even Kaylee was like, "What the fuck? The fuck did you do to your hair?" I was like, "I cut it." So like, I can see, at least at her age and her like where she's at in life, I can see how she would want validation for wanting to continue to quote unquote be herself.
Yeah. I will say the one part that really kind of pissed me off of the bride was because you and I came to a consensus and then we read another sentence and went, oh, that's not the consensus that we came to. And it was, it's probably not the tattoos. It's just the hair, right? We're like, it's the neon pink hair. And then the bride was like, what about sleeves for the tattoos? And it was like, okay, this is where that.
I don't think it's a stretch of a request though. Cause like, we don't know how many tattoos she has. We don't know if any of them are like mildly.
I'm going to assume
full sleeves, but yeah, but are they like wedding? Are they like bridesmaid tasteful tattoos? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what tattoo is. They're like, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the tattoo? Is it not the fact that she has tattoos? Is it more of the fact of what the tattoos are? Is there something that are they going to be something that's not going to be well perceived? Like at a wedding as a bridesmaid, is that the problem? We don't know because she didn't say. And again, I stress, it sounds like she's forcing an image on the bride that's not true, or at least not entirely what it seems.
This is definitely a skewed story. Let's, we can acknowledge that this is definitely a not. And here's the thing, like, I'm not going to lie to you. Reviewing this one's going to be kind of hard, especially uploading
What's
this.
the general consensus so far?
Everyone's agreeing not the asshole to the OP.
How many of them are fucking women?
That is what I was about to fucking chime in and say. This one's a hard one.
Nothing against women, just how many of those people agreeing not the asshole are fucking women?
That's what I mean. So like right now we're in such a crazy like self-identity is everything, and it's like, well, okay, this is why you don't.
Dude, if I cared about my self-identity, I wouldn't go to Walmart and fucking goddamn homeless ass fucking.
Well, this is why
sweats.
None of them work at this age, like higher uptight white collar jobs. You know what I mean? It's like the priorities are in wrong places. Like my tattoos, they're covered when I go to work. And I'm just using this as an example of like, that's my priority. I would love neck tattoos. I would love, back tattoos. Like if I can't cover it, I'm not going to work. Now my company allows it, but in my previous one, they did not. And so it was just one of those things where
you can get a face tattoo where you currently work.
Yes. If my manager, my acting manager was with it, and there was an acting manager at a branch near me that permitted it. So there was actually a teller with a bunch of face tats. But yeah, like we're in such a fucking like.
Also, I hate that stigma where it's like tattoos mean you suck at everything.
Yeah, I agree.
When it comes to working, I hate that.
We're in a world. It's like if I can't rock, these piercings, this hair, these tats, freely, then I can't be me. And it's like, Well,
Your personality is not the shit you put on your face or put on your body or put on like it's
yeah.
your personality is not the clothes.
Yeah.
It's not the piercings. It's not the tattoos. Like I don't look at like Todd. Go ahead and show off your tattoo for a second on the stream. I just want to use you as an example.
Let's see. I don't know if I can get
Or as much as you can.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, just as much as you can. It's like if I were to judge Todd solely based on that fucking tattoo alone, I would probably say he's a fucking shitty person. He's got one sleeve tattoo. He's got this fuck ass mustache beard combo. Okay, and he's wearing a fucking hat. I would think that he is a fuck boy and a fucking tool.
A hat indoors too.
Yeah, albeit indoors. In fucking doors. Now, sometimes he wears a hat on stream because he doesn't do anything to his hair. Let me tell you, when that dude doesn't do anything to his hair, let me fucking tell you.
It's rough.
It's a bad day.
Yeah. I'm helping the community is what I'm doing.
He really is. You'd call the cops if you saw it. But like, if I were to judge him based on like his appearance like that alone, which is sad that people do that, I would think he's a shitty fucking human being. No offense. It's just that's the vibe that
I got
your
judged for
face
being
and
young in banking. You know, let alone these other variables. I have my ears pierced. I have my, I've got tats.
Okay, well, ears piercing, that's when we can judge people on, all right? White dudes with their ear pierced, they're probably gay or they sell drugs, okay? I'm just saying. But like, those of you that watch the stream or know him, those of you, I shouldn't say those of you that watch, those of you, like, if you ever get the chance to know Todd as well as I know him, there's a reason why he's the godfather of my firstborn child. Like, he's not what he's what you see on stream, but like, if you didn't see him on stream, you just saw him in public and knew nothing about him, like tattoos and all that shit, you would think he's a fuckstick. But like, he's not. He's a because Lyric is a white dude. One, not a white dude. Two, don't have piercings anymore. I had to get rid of them when I joined the military.
We were talking.
But like, no, I agree. It's your image shouldn't be based on the shit that you shouldn't base your image on the shit that you fucking wear. Two, people should not judge you for the cover of your book.
But yeah, like, so there's many different iterations of this problem, right? Like, oh, the same person wore the same dress, but they have a different body type. So like, they're like just shy of like their chest popping out, right? And I've seen fights happen over that of like, hey, can you get that altered? Because you look like you're going to fucking Ren Fair. And you know what I mean? Like, we can go back and forth and back and forth. What I will say is I do think that both of them, to a degree, are the asshole. Their unwillingness to compromise, to communicate healthily. You and I just had more of a conversation than what they had. I will say we don't know to the extent of the bridezilla-ness. We also don't know to the extent of how one-sided this story is, because I don't like how this person types. You know what? Lyric, all the context we're missing right now is after this emoji. It's actually in gray font lettering. And so,
well, you know if it's anything like the Epstein files, all you do is copy and paste it and fucking unhighlight it.
Black.
Oh,
I forgot that.
Black highlighter.
I forgot that. Yeah,
the black highlighter.
So that's where I'll conclude on that way, because I think we've spent a good chunk of change on this one. I say we wrap up on I'm just gonna give my conclusion of they're both the asshole.
I'm going to agree that they're both the asshole. However, I'm going to put an asterisk next to it, basically saying the OP is more of an asshole than the bride, in my opinion.
I'll also throw in, I don't care that the internet is agreeing with OP. The internet's also like, the internet may not be...
the internet's probably also unmarried fucking women with purple hair. Is probably what that is. It's probably what it is.
Where? How many?
What do you mean where?
Where? we need Tyler in here again. But I will say, like, I'm a little over the internet, like doing witch hunts. I'm a little over the internet. This person clearly is barely literate and writing only from her perspective. And also is young.
Literate. She used bro.
Yeah.
As a fucking spacer between two different interactions and two different days. Fuck that bitch.
So I'll wrap up on that one. Continue to check out our socials. Really do appreciate your input on like what clips we upload. Let us know if you think that we should upload clips of Am I the Asshole readings, because I think that'd be a fun thing to throw in. It'd be really simple for us to throw together. I think a good clip would be the beginning of me just screaming while trying to read this paragraph. This thing is rough.
Yeah, I think your brain shut off there for a minute.
Dude, it was hard. Again, we're going to continue Tuesdays and Thursdays. Will be the gaming streaming nights. Tuesday, I will do my absolute best, but because of the fact that it's the date of my great aunt's funeral, I don't know. I can't promise, but again, I will do my best.
He will have something live that day. I will tell you. If he's not there,
Lyric
we'll
will
make
be there.
something live.
Yeah. Sundays, we keep saying noon, but it gets pushed back because of myself.
It's been noon every time, but today, but this one.
Yeah. So, thank you all for coming through. Again, this whole thing will be uploaded to the YouTube, which is on the Twitch channel's panels. So
is it?
Yeah, I want to say it's
okay.
Properly now. If not, we're gonna have to change some. So let us know. We can continue to increase the production quality. Submit anything that you want us to review. If you see an Am I the Asshole, let me know. Say Tori did a great job at submitting a few of them. Like we got violent over a desk chair.
That did happen. I forgot.
Yeah, that was a good one. So anything else on your end, or I'll just conclude with the outro.
If you have any user submissions, those of you that are in the Discord, user submit some Am I the Assholes. We'll look over them. If they're good, I mean, if they're good, we'll fucking use them. If they got some weight to them, we'll go ahead and use them next week. But other than that, no, I ain't got nothing.
We actually encourage you send them because then I don't have to do this last second. Dive on them and accidentally read from the wrong one. He didn't have to do
them last second. He chose to do them last second. But he had an entire week. I'm sure he gets lunch breaks at work. I'm sure work gets slow. He can just pull shit up. His fucking girlfriend lives on fucking Reddit, apparently.
And for my people in colder regions, stay warm. I wish everyone stay healthy, stay safe. If I don't see you before the new year, have a happy new year, but I would love to see y'all on New Year's Day on Thursday. So much love, stay safe, and all the best.